bad news, good news, bad news type thing? Is that what we're going to do, Unit? Fucking A, brah. Unit, what up? Let me get a little bit of fucking... There you go. There you go. Are you going to stay? Coffee first, man. Although, we got a different adult beverage today, man. This is the BC's concoction. Don't worry about it. What up, everybody? Oh, hold on. You know what? Let me make sure I got... Playback to you guys would be nice. Check, check. 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. Oh! Crowd is here. About to blow. Every thought is out of control. Oh! Who's that? Cody Rhodes is the brother. We talked about that on Friday. Listen, if it can take my fucking my lyrics, then you know what? This is good playback. We're good. Let me switch back to the earbuds if you don't mind, man. Much easier for BC to hear himself with the earbuds. I gotta switch to these guys to make sure that you guys are getting good audio. Oh, we blow out all the mics anyway. It doesn't fucking matter. So, but the earbuds help BC know that BC is fucking good. These make sure that you guys are getting it. It's all it's a whole process. Guys, what's going on, man? How you doing? Everybody, Marie is fucking amplified. Marie, did you have your fucking coffee or did you have some extracurricular fucking beverages? What? Marie, fuck yeah. What? What? Amplified. What? All right, I'm going to give you guys bad news, good news, bad news, all right? We're going to play a game. You could look at it as bad news, but wait for the good news, and then there's a little bit more bad news. Hold on. So the bad news, you could look at it as bad news. Vincent Kennedy McMahon is in Boston, Massachusetts. This is what we're hearing. This is what BC. I didn't have to wait for any wrestle votes. I didn't even have to wait for a Sean Ross sap. I didn't have to wait for anybody. BC has his own people, and I am pretty like a Clorox wipe, 99.99% sure that both of my sources are indeed correct. Vincent Kennedy McMahon is in Boston. I guess it's not that far-fetched. I know. Obviously, it's just a few hours away from Stanford, but you never know the way things have been going with Vincent Kennedy. But he is backstage. Now, here's the good news. Hold on before everybody cries. The good news is we're not hearing that he's supposed to have anything at all to do with the show. He's not going to be coming. You're not going to hear no chance in hell, and Vince McMahon's going to fucking stomp her to the ring. He's not supposed to have any creative. The problem is we just don't know for sure. The fact that we know that he's in Boston, that's fucking telling in itself, because you don't get privy to that type of information usually. So it's pretty cool that that was let out of the bag and that my people got info on that, intel. So they can't say for sure that he's not going to have anything to do with creative, but that's the good news, right? Yes, he is backstage, but he's not supposed to have anything to do with creative or the show. The other bad news is we don't know for sure. I mean, when Vince gets in those walls, even if he has no intention to do anything creative or to step on 3H's toes, chances are VKM is going to start running business. We just hope that whatever Paul Levesque's show is, that's what gets presented to us. Is it going to be top notch? No, Paul Levesque has not shown us that he can put together a top to bottom good show yet. But I'm starting to see the tides turn as far as just a little bit more excitement for WrestleMania. Maybe that's a little bit of bias because as a fan, I'm getting matches that I want to see. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. Bianca Belair versus Kana Asuka. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul is going to rock the fucking house down. So there's some good shit there. I just want to see what Paul Levesque can put together, man. Let's do this week after week, month after month. Let's really put this guy on the hot seat. Let's see if he can sink or swim. We don't need Vince McMahon to storm in there tonight in Boston and start calling the shots. That's not needed. Nobody wants to fucking see that. We've had the last 10 years is more than enough. We don't need to do that anymore. So I really hope that he just sticks to his business, right? I think this is Vince McMahon's big chance to talk to everybody at once. Boston tonight is massive. It's everybody from talent like John Cena and even the celebs or YouTube celebs, whatever you want to call it, like Logan Paul. And it's a lot of the bigwigs, man. A lot of people that WWE does business with is over on that East Coast Boston side. This is a big chance for Vince McMahon to schmooze it up, shake a lot of hands, and conduct a lot of business. So I really hope that what I was initially told is that he is backstage, but it's just sheer business away from creative. It's just with WrestleMania 26 nights away, I just doubt Vince McMahon is not going to get his hands dirty just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. He might get his hands fucking dirty just a little bit, you know? But that's Vincent Kennedy McMahon. You know, he's probably going to make a few shot calls here and there. But, you know, for the most part, let's just fucking hope that 3H's does what he's going to do. Because the show is fucking massive. It doesn't need Vince McMahon to fuck anything up, to be honest with you. You got Bianca Belair taking on Carmella. I'm guessing Kana Asuka is going to get some type of fucking deal in that. You're going to get Kevin Owens versus Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa is pretty much undefeated in singles action. So I don't see how Owens could possibly win that. Does Sami Zayn get involved? Sami Zayn's taking on Jimmy Uso tonight. Logan Paul is going face-to-face with Seth Rollins. John Cena's coming back tonight. Finn Balor is going to take on Johnny Gargano. I mean, it is a packed fucking house tonight. In terms of the card, man, this is a big card for WWE tonight, man. This is a big Monday Night Raw. Again, you just think of Johnny Gargano versus Balor. Just give him a half an hour, take your fucking adult beverage, and just fucking watch the chefs cook. Chef's kiss. Because Johnny Gargano and Finn Balor will do that if you give him enough time. If you do this thing like it's a TV stint, like it's a fucking 12-minute match with 2 commercial breaks and we lose 6 minutes of the 12 minutes, nah, brah. Not feeling that at all. Beast, you are correct. Raw is sold out. Raw is absolutely sold out tonight. 13,000 plus. Just as of this morning, there was only 70 tickets left. Gone. The resale market is basically non-existent. Last I checked, there was like 150 resales left, bro. I can't even fucking... I'm not even fooling you, bro. Like, there was a pay-per-view on another promotion within the last... What was it? Last night. Another promotion had a pay-per-view. They couldn't even sell out. They barely got 9,000. And on the resale, they were at 8,400 tops. I mean, that's not good. That was over in San Francisco, the other coast. But you're looking at a Monday Night Raw, and they were approximately at about a 7,000 to 8,000 before Cena's name was introduced, and then boom, before you know it, man, they were at 12, and now it's 13. Unfucking real, bro. Big time numbers that WWE is on fucking fire as of late, bro. WWE is on absolute fire with their financials. I'm sure Vince McMahon's just fucking going there to fucking... He's going over there to schmooze some more and try to fucking nickel and dime anybody else he can, man. That's how good business is. The rich get richer. Vince McMahon's on cloud fucking 9, bro. 13,000 plus sold out Boston, Massachusetts arena, bro. God damn, that is a massive Monday Night Raw. In case you guys are wondering, I have ratings news. I have SmackDown and Rampage. Who wants to hear the latest? And this is after the adjustments. SmackDown pulled a 2.45. SmackDown pulled a 2.5, guys. Almost 2.5 million viewers. That is up from last week's 2.40. I will say again, last week, 2.40. They went up 2.45. SmackDown remains the hottest show in all of professional wrestling. Again, that's not opinion, so don't bother arguing with people online because it's like talking to a wall. Like, factually, SmackDown is, guys. I'm giving you facts. That's not like, I didn't just make that fucking number up. 2.45, best show in wrestling. Oh, but don't tell Meltzy, boy, because He calls another promotion top booker, top show, top company, top wrestler, top fucking fabric softener, top fucking soda served at an event, top catering, top janitor at a wrestling event, top roof on top of an arena, top roads to get to the arena, top maintenance workers, top towns. Everything is the other promotion. I don't know what else you can fucking do. I mean, WWE is never going to get a fair handshake at this point, right? Or we could just say SmackDown's the hottest fucking show. Just be honest with yourself. 2.45. Now for Rampage, All Elite Wrestling. All Elite Wrestling Rampage. You're thinking they're going to get a big chunk of that 2.5 nearly, right? I mean, I'm trying to get $1 million of that shit, you know what I mean? I mean, literally, they're exiting WWE. Let's go over to AEW. AEW Rampage pulled 394,000. 394,000 viewers. That is down from last week's 409. This is the second time in the last 3 weeks that AEW Rampage has dipped into the 300,000s. If they go any lower into the twos, they will have to be removed from the air because now TNT or TBS is losing money. It would be TNT in this case, Rampage. They'd be losing money because they pay a production fee on top of the rights. So you could easily put a Law and Order SVU or a Blue Bloods or a fucking, put a Big Bang Theory, but put a rerun of something and you would cut the cost of production costs, which is on top of what they pay for the TV rights. Production costs is on top of that. So you're paying extra money, and if you're in the 200,000s, there's no reason. Now, I'm not saying AEW would not get a TV deal, guys. I'm saying Rampage would have to be taken off the air, or you would have to be, you'd have to I don't even know how you repackage it. I mean, if you dip to 200,000, I don't understand what you could possibly do. I mean, this was a go-home show for a pay-per-view that was held last night, and they only pulled 394,000. Their flagship show only pulled 833,000 on Wednesday night. So I don't, man, you don't like to see that, you know. It's rough. It's rough. In case you're wondering, Tony Khan has announced more big announcements, guys, for his show. He says he's got a bunch, so just stay tuned. He's going for the fucking Grand Slam here. He wants you to tune into every show because you never know when a big announcement's going to come up. He literally said that online, bro. Tony Khan said, guys, I got a lot of big stuff coming, a lot of big announcements coming up. That is going to be big for AEW. So he wants you to just tune into every show, not because there's cool storylines, but because he's got big announcements, man. He's got big announcements, guys. Big time. Big announcements equal big ratings, right? Anybody catch the show last night? AEW Revolution. Anybody catch Revolution last night? It was a bicycle. I would hope so. Fucking A, this guy he only had 2 weeks left. He panicked. He's like, he threw together a fucking Texas death match. He threw a fucking buried alive casket match. He threw a fucking fatal 4-way tag match, a triple threat women's match. This fucking guy just started chucking shit at the wall, bro. He's like, I'm just going to put him. I mentioned this in last week. It's like when you played WWE Raw versus SmackDown 2007, 2008. You get to be GM, and to try to get ratings against SmackDown, I would just put together like a last man standing match, steel cage match, Texas tornado fucking match, tag match. I would just have like fucking, no holds barred. The whole night would just be obnoxious booking, like just giving away fucking a shit ton of gimmick matches. But you know what happened 2 weeks ago? He only had one match, guys. He had a 60-minute Iron Man match, gimmick match. And then he put everything else into his shows, which accumulated no fucking interest, and they just lost viewers. So then he found himself with 2 weeks to go, and he's like, well, shit, I don't have a pay-per-view. So then you start seeing rematches, right? Hangman versus Mox, rematch. Wardlow versus Joe, rematch. Christian versus Jungle Boy, rematch. But if you put some stipulations on it, of course you're going to have a good show. This is familiar, right, guys? This is WWE all over again. This is absolutely WWE all over again. Revolution would never deserve a good, the bad, and the ugly up in the chat, man. That would never deserve a good, bad, and the ugly. They didn't build to a fucking pay-per-view. Of course, the show's going to be good. It's WWE all over again. They don't build to shit. And then the show is good because the performers go out there and they bust their ass. We saw that with WWE for years. That's why I used to start the good, the bad, and the ugly. I used to start with a fucking ugly. Any unit members remember how I used to have to start good, the bad, and the uglies? For WWE, I'd have to put a fucking ugly tally. How sad is that? Before we even get into the fucking show, I had to put an ugly for the booking. For the lack of care and creativity into the pay-per-view, I used to have to put a fucking ugly. You think I need to do this for another promotion on Wednesday nights that can't even get 850,000 viewers? And I have to do the same fucking thing because this guy won't pull his head out of his ass? Nah, fuck that shit, bro. Absolutely not. I'm not doing this for every promotion. I had a fucking rule, don't forget. I will not critique a show unless it hits 1 million viewers. I don't do NXT as it is because I stay true to that rule. I wanted AEW to succeed so badly that I started fucking calling everything for AEW. I started reviewing their shit even when they didn't like it. But how much longer can I fucking do that? Their audience is going backwards. We feel the same shit on platforms like this, because if their audience is fucking lower, then nobody's gonna give a fuck about us fucking reviewing the show. It's a fucking vicious cycle. Oh, I'm not gonna do a good, the bad, and the ugly on Revolution. There's no care. Of course, every match is gonna be fucking, everybody went out there and took their gimmicks. You got to work extra hard if you're going to make a casket match bad, or extra hard if you're going to make a Texas death match hard, or a 60-minute Iron Man match. We're going to be hard-pressed to put that into a bad column. Normally, Iron Man matches are going to kick ass. And it's AEW, so it doesn't even matter, because after every show, every match, everybody just jumps online and talks about how it's the greatest thing ever in company history. You ever notice that we can never have an AEW event with fans just liking the show afterwards? What a good show! No, every fucking show has to be the greatest ever. The company is only 4 years old, and every fucking Dynamite, it's the greatest Dynamite ever last night. Every pay-per-view, we start to rate the pay-per-view. Best pay-per-view ever! It was the greatest pay-per-view in company history! Why do we gotta say that? What the fuck? Relax. And you look at the ratings and they're going backwards. You look at the attendance, they couldn't even sell out the arena. Every metric is down in AEW. But the fans refuse to believe anything. They turn a blind eye and Tony Khan eats it all up, and that's why nothing changes. Nothing changes because Tony doesn't have to change, because his niche audience is fucking sucking his schlong and telling him everything he's doing is fucking perfect. Everything you're doing is awesome, Tony. You're creating the bestest shows in the world. And by doing that, he doesn't feel like he's got to build up a pay-per-view because you just told him Revolution was amazing. What about the lack of giving a fuck? You can't just work one day out of a 3-month calendar. You had 3 months to build Revolution. You put the entire card together basically in 2 weeks. Could you imagine if a chef... The owner left the chef in charge. The owner goes, he lives several states away. Every 3 months, the owner comes back to see how the restaurant is. But for 3 months, the chef stopped giving a fuck. He put together horrible food, wouldn't even cook the steak. Eggs are fucking not even made correctly. How do you fuck up eggs? Reviews are horrible for the restaurant. Nobody's even showing up anymore. But when the owner comes into town, oh, the chef is on his best behavior. He's got his clean whites on. He's got a pristine filet mignon with a side order of fucking fresh over the top easy eggs. Right? The yolk is just a little bit fucking mushy. The second you tap it, it just fucking erupts like a volcano. It's the perfect meal. The owner doesn't know why people won't go to the restaurant. Because for that one night, everything was perfect. And then the owner leaves to go back home, and the chef goes right back into his old redundant ways of not giving a fuck. And for 3 months, nobody wants to go in there. More bad reviews. Well, that's what you're saying with AEW. Why are you working your ass off one day of the year, right? Rampage or Revolution was good. I would hope so. I would hope so. You have professionals in there with all of these gimmick matches. It's like an Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Casket match, Texas Death Match, Iron Man match, Fatal Fours and 3-ways. I would hope the card was right. What about the 3 months you had to build it? You did jack shit. But we're going to forget about it. You know what you see last night? You see this. I knew they were going to put together a clanger. Yeah, we don't say the B word anymore. That's overused in pro wrestling. I knew they were going to put together a clanger. People should stop doubting AEW. The next time I hear people doubt AEW, I'm going to laugh and point them to Revolution. Well, let me tell you this, jackass. They've given us no reason not to fucking... They've given us... Let me put it this way. They have given us no reason to give them the benefit of the doubt. They've given us no reason. You pick one fucking show, the pay-per-view, where everybody has to show up to work and punch in. Everybody has to at that point. You pick that show and say, I knew AEW would deliver. What about every other fucking week in every show when nobody gave a fuck about the pay-per-view? You know how many people are saying, man, I gotta tell you, I was not excited about this pay-per-view. I didn't care about it at all, but I gotta tell you, man, they delivered. They delivered. Okay, but you weren't excited. That's a problem. You didn't give a fuck about the pay-per-view. That's a problem. We said it about WWE for fucking years. That is a problem. You have to tell this motherfucker you have 3 months between pay-per-views. That's epic. I wish WWE had 3 months before pay-per-views. Now you have to utilize it. We should be getting fucking stories started on day 1 of the 3 months. After just a month and a half the card should be filed out, and now we're just going to build those motherfucking stories. We won't be excited when that pay-per-view comes around. But no, WWE has done this for years. No excitement at all. Pay-per-views thrown together in a week or two. Matches. And then the pay-per-view delivers. And we're all like, all right, Backlash was good. Vengeance was good, I gotta admit. It got more goods than bads and uglies. But it doesn't fucking suffice for what is wrong. Build up to it. Of course you can put together, anybody can put together good pay-per-views. You throw a bunch of gimmick matches, you put professionals out there, and everybody's got to clock in. Did anybody really think Revolution was going to suck? I don't see how. There was professionals in there with all of these gimmick matches, man. You have a Texas death match that Tony put together in 2 weeks. You have a fucking casket match for some fucking reason, like The Undertaker's in this shit. 60-minute Iron match. 60 man. Could you imagine 60 dudes for an hour? That'd be a fucking Royal Rumble. 60-minute Iron match. Iron Man. Bryan Danielson is obviously going to deliver. MJF had a fucking chip on his shoulder and something to prove. So you knew that was going to be good. I don't understand, man. Of course it was going to be a good show. How are you just going to let them off the hook? There's no care about this. They couldn't even sell out the arena. And there's always excuses. Well, basically, San Francisco's not a big wrestling crowd, basically. You got to understand this, basically. Don't tell me about San Francisco. It's one of my fucking second homes, basically. I love San Francisco. I know there's a passionate group of wrestling fans there. And I know that if you did it correctly, you could at least sell out a 10,000-seat arena. It's San Francisco, basically. They pull 833,000 on a go-home show for the pay-per-view, for their rating on Wednesday night. Basically, it's NBA basketball, basically. Rampage pulls in 393K for their go-home show on Friday night. It's a death spot, basically. It's Friday night, basically. It was my grandmother, Nana Backwitz's birthday, basically. That's why Rampage didn't hit 500,000. Basically, they didn't even hit 4 because my nana, Grandma Backowitz, she's popular, basically. No. There was no way under the sun that I was going to cover Revolution in any fucking detail last night. I do love MJF at the media scrum. He looks at everybody in the media scrum, which is just a bunch of fucking YouTubers or fucking people for weird shit like comicbook.com or fucking wrestling giggles or some shit. I don't even fucking know where these people come out of the woodwork, and they call themselves journalists, and Tony Khan strokes their ego, so then in return, they'll stroke Tony's ego, and Meltzer will put him as the top booker of every single year. Every year going forward, Tony Khan will be the top fucking booker, even though all the numbers are going backwards. AEW will be the number one promotion, even though the numbers are going backwards, because they each suck each other's fucking schlong off. You can come and be our media, and then we'll fucking, in return, we'll call you the best of everything. So I love how MJF is like, I told you once, I told you a million times, I'm not a mark. Like, seriously, I'm not a mark. So I'm going to tell all of you right now, he says, to the fucking YouTubers and the comic and the journalists. He tells them all, he says, I'm going to tell you right now because you are the cream of the crop in terms of marks. He called all of them motherfuckers the cream of the crop of marks. I fucking loved it, bro. Lost my shit on that, dude. MJF called them all the cream of the crop marks. And I love it because we all know of what? They're marks of AEW in Tony Khan so that they can get those media passes. I mean, come on, bro. Meltsy boy ain't gonna say a damn word against them. Nothing big anyway. He wants those. He's in with the Bucks. He's got those passes. He good. You can't even player hate. You know what I mean? I can't even throw shade. They sitting pretty in this fucking company as whatever they're doing. I just love how MJF called it out. You're the cream of the crop in terms of marks. Fucking love that shit. And as far as him throwing water on the kid there, Titus is his name. The kid's name is Titus. Listen, I can only go with what MJF said. The kid looked thirsty, and MJF threw him some water. I can only go by his account. Hey, what? What do you want from me? MJF looked at him, looked like he was thirsty. I mean, everybody was on their feet except for Titus. Titus looked like he was fucking like sleeping, like he was watching a Monday Night Raw or an AEW Dynamite show. I mean, he was snoozing, bro. Go back and watch the footage. Everybody's on their feet. Mama Titus is on her fucking feet. And then you got Titus. He's just kind of like, he's snoozing, bro. You literally saw Z's coming out of that boy's mouth. So fucking, maybe MJF thought he was going to pass out or something. He threw him some water to wake him up. And guess what? He got woken up. He got woken up with the quickness, bro. Yellow Rose, I don't know. Yellow Rose, I'm just saying what I saw. He was sleeping. MJF thought he was parched or passed out, and he threw him some water. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing anyway. Yeah, tired of all the clangers, man. Anyway, no, I'm not. I am not going to review shit like that anymore, man. I got my hands full with WWE, guys. I don't know how much more you want me to do here. I'm literally, like MJF said, I'm just not a mark. I'm a fan of pro wrestling, but I'm an actual critic. You have to meet me halfway if I'm supposed to review your show. If that's the case, then I should be reviewing NXT right now. They can't even pull 850 in the ratings. Rampage can't even get 400K. They can't even sell out a 10,000 seat venue for a pay-per-view. And I'm supposed to review this shit. 3 months they had with no storylines. Because they're not storylines, trust me. What happened with MJF and Danielson is not a fucking storyline. Christian Cage and Jungle Boy. Too late for that story. If you started shit like that over a month ago, then you could tell it properly. But you see, it started with them many months ago when Christian was with Jungle Boy, man. It's long-term storytelling, BC. It doesn't work that way. Just because you know terminology doesn't mean you know what it means. Execution is everything. You can't just say because they have history, it's a long-term story. Samoa Joe and Wardlow. But why the fuck did Darby get the title in the first place to give it back to Joe so Joe could just give it to Wardlow? And now you backed yourself into a corner where Hobbs cannot lose, and you sure as hell can't have Wardlow lose. So Joe's going to have to interfere somehow. But Joe is supposed to go over to ROH and try to build that shit on a streaming service that has 12,000 fucking subscribers. It doesn't make sense, but let's turn a blind eye. Let's just say fuck it. Let's all forget about it when we got a night like Revolution where all these clangers after clangers after clangers are amazing. Guys, I'm not going to do it, bro, is my point. That goes for Dynamite and all that shit. If I'm going to review this honestly, because nobody else is, everybody is just fucking, everybody reviewing fucking AEW is just trying to get into the media scrums. They're just trying to get a job or some shit with AEW because they know it's easy as fuck. I'm not going to play along with that shit. And I'm always the one who's the most fucking truthful when it comes to AEW, just like WWE. And everybody gets all salty and cries and BZ, you're being so mean. Just be fucking truthful. There was no way, man. I had so much business last night. There was no way that I was going to put together a fucking Revolution show. It did not deserve my time. I know that is harsh. It did not deserve my time. You want my fucking time? You want me to be excited about a pay-per-view? Don't wait till the night of the pay-per-view to put on a good show. Give me build, story, larger-than-life characters. Make me feel like I love and need this fucking pay-per-view on the 5th of March. Make me excited for it way in advance. No, there was never going to be a full review of Revolution. Never. So, it's not just that I ran out of time. There was never going to be. I'll give you guys full transparency, full honesty. There was never going to be an AEW pay-per-view review. Never. Because I'm not a fucking mark. To take the words from MJF. I'm a real fucking critic. I enjoy what I do. I know how good I am. I am at the top of my fucking league. I'm in a league of my fucking own. Just because there's people that have been doing this way longer than me at a time where this platform was on cloud 9, bro. So it was much easier to get numbers and all that. I don't give a fuck. I know how good I am. I know how fucking truthful I am. And I know that there's nobody that comes damn close. There's no way I'm going to start cutting these fucking shows slack, man. You want BC to review it? Awesome. Make me give a fuck about it. So, the next pay-per-view, what is it? Double or Nothing? You want me to review it? Awesome. Make me give a fuck about it. This Wednesday, start building to that shit. And then maybe I'll talk about your stupid show. Now, on to the big leagues. Whether you like it or not, it is World Wrestling Entertainment because factually they pull in big league numbers. Again, SmackDown, 2.5 million viewers. The highest rated professional wrestling show in the world right now. 2.5 million viewers on Friday night. Tonight is Monday Night Raw, 26 days away from WrestleMania. John Cena is returning tonight. Look for him to start a program with Austin Theory. However, in Theory's last interview that he did, a podcast, he said, well, I'm not so sure anymore that that's the route we're going with. So what if I took on somebody brand new that I've never faced and that the WWE main roster has never even seen? So why is he steering us away? Is this because John Cena has the new movie coming out? Is that the Turtles movie? But he signed on to do some other movie. And he's finishing up another movie as we speak. I mean, not now. He's at the arena now, but he's finishing up one movie. He started up another movie. Is this because did production say that he can't wrestle at Mania? Could you imagine that shit? Is that why Austin Theory is trying to fucking, or is Austin Theory just trying to lead us away from the obvious? Is he trying to say, well, no, it's not guaranteed. You're going to have to be kind of shocked when you see Cena show up. Could just be that, man. But John Cena he did just ink new deals, a big movie deal and a big marketing campaign. We believe it is with a phone carrier, like a Verizon, T-Mobile type thing, where we don't have details on it. 2 massive contracts John Cena just signed over the last week. So, I don't know, man. I hope he can still do Mania. That would be pretty fucking cool. See him in Austin Theory, man. But John Cena is coming to Monday Night Raw tonight, Boston, Massachusetts. Vince McMahon, we are hearing, is backstage, guys. We do not expect him to show up like as part of the show. Relax. You're not going to hear no chance in hell. He's not going to fucking saunter his way to the fucking ring. Don't worry. Boston is a big market for a lot of the business people that WWE does business with. This is the one time where he's going to have a lot of those people that are going to be at Mania. Both brands, from the Logan Pauls to the John Cenas and so many more. They're all going to be there. I think Vince McMahon, he knows that this is the perfect time to schmooze it up, talk to everybody he needs to, all underneath one roof. So I really do believe what I am hearing. He's only there just to do like the side business. The problem is when Vince is there like that, he tends to just want to put his blueprint on everything, and he'll start putting his fucking thumbs on everything, and then Triple H will get his toes stepped on, and before you know it, Piper Niven is fucking dewdrop again tonight. Mia Yim is actually called Munchkin. You never know, man. I don't fucking know. What do you want, man? Fucking Karrion Kross is back with his leather suspenders and his little fucking medieval times helmet. You know, I don't know. I'm hoping he just does side business, right? But yes, he is backstage. That's big news, man, because Vince, to my knowledge, guys, everything that I've heard, Vince has not actually been backstage at a WWE event in the past couple of months. Like literally trying to show the illusion that no, he's just there doing the office stuff. So this is a big night for him to, even if it's side business and he's not going to be a part of the show, this is still pretty fucking big to have Vince McMahon in the building. And I'm pretty sure everybody is going to be walking on eggshells for sure. And it's not just about John Cena. Like I said, Logan Paul is going to go face-to-face with Seth Rollins. You're going to have Solo Sikoa versus Kevin Owens. Jimmy Uso is taking on Sami Zayn. I expect Jey Uso to play a pivotal part in this match. Carmella versus Bianca Belair. Johnny Gargano versus Finn Balor, bro. Imagine that matchup. Now, I hope it's not just match heavy, right? Tell awesome stories with the action intertwined, you know? It's 3 hours, like, captivate us. Don't just put together a bunch of cool matches, because these are good matches. But, you know, you got to tell the stories, man. It's Mania. You got to do better than that. Cody Rhodes live. Are we going to get a Cody Rhodes, Paul Heyman special tonight? So it's a big Monday Night Raw in Boston. Completely sold out. 13,000 plus tickets gone. And I mean the resale too. When you see that arena tonight, it is sold out. You're not going to see the cheap fucking camera angle, you know, when they do the wide shot and they cut half of the arena off. So it's the stage and like 3/4 of the arena. No, you're going to get the whole motherfucker when we get those wide camera angles, bro. So big time, man. Pretty fucking big tonight. Monday Night Raw, WrestleMania season. I am fucking, I'm pumped because I get a lot of the matches that I want. Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns. Fuck yeah, I've been waiting for that for so long. Logan Paul, Seth Rollins is just going to be so much fun. Kana Asuka versus Bianca Belair. Fuck yeah. And then there's matches I just don't understand, like Bobby Lashley and my boy Bray Wyatt. Omos versus Brock Lesnar. I don't understand those. I just think that they just put together some big men and some big names, you know? They decided to go Lesnar with Omos, and then we're like, all right, well, why don't we put Bray with Lashley? Just doesn't make sense to me. So there's a lot to go. But if you get John Cena versus Austin Theory, yeah, that just fucking bulked up WrestleMania a lot. If we can get a real good challenger for fucking Gunther, I mean, anybody got a good fucking challenger for Gunther? You got a fatal 5-way next week, right? Is it going to be a schmaz and we're going to do a fatal 4-way at WrestleMania? What's going on for fucking Gunther, man? You think it's Drew? Oh, man. Talk about a fall from grass. That doesn't do anything for me. I got to be honest. The match will be good because it'll be physical, but I saw Drew McIntyre getting world titles 2 years ago. Now, all of a sudden, we're watching Drew go for an IC title. It's so weird, man. You know what I mean? Back in the day, you would work your way up. You would start at, like, the IC title scene, and then you would work your way up to the world title scene. Very rarely did you go back to the IC title. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't really see Shawn Michaels win the IC, then go for the world, and then he wins the IC title. You didn't really see Bret Hart win the IC, go for the world, and then fucking go back to the IC. At least not often, if they ever did. Maybe once, but you don't see that shit back in the day. Now you just got people like, oh, I can't hack it in the main on the main level. I'm going to go back to the mid card. You know, and it's almost like it's a run of the mill these days. It's business as usual. Austin Theory said he didn't cash in on Roman because he just didn't think he could win. So I'm going to cash in on the U.S. title. And he still fucking lost. And that was an open challenge. He didn't even have to cash in. I mean, it's just getting stupider, man. JR9 says, oh, you're thinking it's going to be the triple threat. You know, that might be the best. I'll tell you this, JR9. Sheamus, and I don't like schmazes. Sheamus, Drew, and Gunther is more intriguing than just Drew and Gunther. And it's not because Drew and Gunther wouldn't be a good match, or Sheamus and Gunther one-on-one. We know that's a good match because we've seen it before. Or is that just at the Raw? I know I've seen them fucking just clang out before. But all three of them together would probably raise my interest a lot more. I don't think Drew and I just remember this guy going for the world title 2 years ago. And now he's just going for it would be so fucking weird, man. Clash and SmackDown. Yeah, so a couple of times he took on Gunther. And I just remember them chopping the shit out of one another. You could hear that shit from San Diego all the way to Boston. You know what? If you're going to do a triple threat, I guess that would be the time. It's not fair to Gunther at all. But it's fun for the fans. So Mania, man, tonight's going to be massive, and BC will be with you guys tomorrow for the review, obviously. Also, I wanted to talk real quick. How much time do I have? 41 minutes already? Fuck, man. I wanted this to go 1 hour. I knew there were some supers up in here, too. I want to give a shout-out to my super chatters, man. Give me 1 sec, please. Hold on. Yeah, I can't even get into that topic, man. All right, you know what? I might save that for later in the week then, because I don't want this going too much farther than 1 hour, man. I know you guys got Raw later, and I got a lot of shit that I got to attend to. So I'll leave it at that now, man. That's your little preview there. McMahon, backstage. Hopefully he is not showing up for the show, but there's a lot of business that he'll be conducting with talent, employees, and just business partners that are located over there in New England, Boston. So that's big time. Real quick, man, let me give a shout out to my, where you at? Yo, Jane Donnelly. 5-spot coffee over to BC, $4.99. Happy birthday, Eric Leno from All the Amp Unit. Jane Donnelly, I appreciate you informing BC. Eric Leno's birthday, says Jane Donnelly. Eric Leno. Is Eric Leno up in the chat? Happy birthday, bro. Salute. Happy birthday to Eric Leno. What are you, brother? 70? 75? I'm playing with you, dog. Good shit, man. What are you, brother? Eric Leno. Oh, you are up in the chat, man. Yeah, there you are, brother. I see you, brother. You can't hide now that we just said happy birthday to you, bro. There ain't no hiding on that now, dude. Happy birthday, bro. Salute. Thank Jane Donnelly for that, too. I wouldn't have saw that if it wasn't up in the super chats. Jane Donnelly, I appreciate that. Salute to Jane Donnelly. I appreciate the coffee. Salute to you, Jane. I'm glad you caught a live stream too, Jane Donnelly. Colin's up in here, $1.99. Colin, appreciate it, bro. Colin, hopefully all is good, bro. Did you hear about MJF throwing liquid on a fan? I did. The fan looked like he was sleeping or passed out. MJF said that he thought he was thirsty and threw him some water. And it woke him up. That's the good news. So I don't know if he was sleeping or passed out, but he was able to wake up. And MJF is basically a hero. I don't know how the newspapers are printing this. They're probably going to make him sound like this big villain, but MJF is a superhero in my book because MJF came to this kid's defense. He didn't know if he was passed out or not. And MJF, while he's in a match, just a few minutes into the match, he still has almost 60 minutes left, and he sees a kid who's passed out in his chair, slinked over. Everybody else is on their feet. This one kid is passed out. And MJF, man, being the hero. I don't know any other word to say it, bro. I don't even know if you can call it anything else. MJF being the fucking hero that he is, saw that he needed water and threw it to this kid and woke him up. This kid came to life after that. And I'm sure MJF is going to be the asshole because he did a heroic thing. But anyway, Colin, I did hear about that, bro. And thankfully, there's people like MJF in the world that saved that young kid's life. Appreciate that, MJF. Salute. And Colin, appreciate the super. Yo, I got to give a big shout out to Derek Fleming Jr. up in this bitch. 3 separate 2 spots. Couple of coffees there by Derek Fleming Jr. Keith Lee was on Rampage dressed like Harry Potter. What do you mean, Derek? I didn't see the show. What was he in, bro? Is that a new getup? Somebody who watched, whoever watched Rampage, or if Derek Fleming Jr., if you're still up in here, what do you, did he really, bro? He had a robe on. Oh, fucking A, dude. What are they doing to this guy? Didn't they already fuck him up as much as possible? This guy comes up with the weakest fucking debut in AEW. Then he's gone for a month. Then he comes back. He's in a tag team with Swerve Strickland. Then he's in a tag team with Dustin Rhodes, who I fucking adore, by the way. I love Dustin Rhodes. Because when I think Keith Lee, man, I'm thinking tag team specialist. I'm thinking Harry Potter, Expecto Petroleum. Turn that son of a bitch into a frog. At this point, it'd be fucking better, probably. Turn him into a frog. He was a bear cat. Might as well be a fucking a frog shit. Man. I did not see that, thankfully, Derek Fleming Jr., but by the look of a 300 and... Let me get this rating for Rampage. 394K, under 4. I'm guessing not a lot of people did see it. Derek Fleming Jr., 199, says, crowd did not react to Wardlow one bit last night. They ruined him, bro. I tried to tell you this. How sad is that? Wardlow had 3 separate times that it looked like he was going to be one of the biggest things in AEW. And every single time, Tony Khan, it looked like it was self-sabotage. It looked like Tony Khan went out of his way to ruin the momentum, to stifle it. When a pot of water starts to boil and you put the fucking lid on it to shut it up, Tony Khan put the lid on Wardlow's boiling water. And when I saw those fucking highlights last night and I saw fucking Wardlow hoist up that championship, when I heard the whole fucking match, now, yeah, you can say they were burnt out from the match beforehand. Well, that's the problem. That's what I mean about the whole booking of it has to fucking be placed just pristinely. And where you put Wardlow, of all people, is going to matter. Nobody gave a fuck about Wardlow more so than Tony Khan. Tony Khan just... I don't know. If you're not trying to ruin Wardlow, then... Right, if you're not trying to actually sabotage him, then you're just telling me you are worst booker of the year since the start of AEW, right? I mean, Meltzy and them call him the best booker of the year, but you're telling me he's the worst booker of the year, or it's self-sabotage to his own talent because Wardlow has been booked miserably. Miserably. Of course it's not effective because we just saw Samoa Joe lose it to fucking Darby Allin. Or Darby got it, and then Samoa Joe wins it for him. And then, if you're going to play hot potato with the title, that's not even going to be prestigious. So not only have you cooled off Wardlow again, Samoa Joe has been cooled off. The title is as prestigious as the 24/7 title. You might as well throw it into the trash next to the 24/7. Give it to Nikki Cross, and let her throw it into the fucking garbage. I don't care if that sounds harsh. This guy has booked all of it into the trash. The whole thing with Wardlow is horrible. I'm glad you brought that up, actually. Derek Fleming Jr. in that super chat. I'm glad you brought that up. I appreciate that, dude. Because I was like, wow, man, just listen to that. I don't care how burnt out you are from the Circus Fest, the Elite versus fucking House of Blood. Wow, Malachi got a triples title. Now he's being booked beautifully in a fucking division that is as irrelevant as fucking Phillip Brooks right now. And everybody that wants Phillip Brooks to come back. To what? What do you want Phillip Brooks to come back? Chat, what do you want Phillip Brooks to come back and do? What do you want him to do? Because he doesn't pull in the ratings that you're hoping for. He pulls in 950 tops. That's what they've been doing with Phillip Brooks. Pay-per-view buys have been studied between 130, 140. Tony Khan says this will be 130, 140. I look at it to 120 tops, but we'll see. But what do you expect him to do when half the locker room at least doesn't want to be around him? So you're going to make everybody comfortable. The metrics will not move. The pendulum on that fucking needle will not move. What do you want him to do? I'm seriously trying to understand. Right, Kaya, exactly. To have clangers. His body gave up. He can't even jump into the crowd without snapping a ligament. His last match, he fucking tore out his fucking arm somehow. His body, like Jeffrey Hardy, has given out. He can't even give you proper matches anymore. He was never that good of an athlete anyway, so I don't know what you're expecting. Look at his match with Hangman Page. That's not ring rust. That's CM Punk at 40-some-odd years old. The next time he tries to do a buckshot lariat, I honestly believe he's going to land on his head. And that's all you see for Revolution, right? The fans that were upset at Revolution, not for the right reasons. They should be pissed because there was no real build until the last 2 weeks. But no, you know what they're pissed off about Revolution? There was no CM Punk. Why was there not a CM Punk? I was looking all around for a Punk. What did you want him to do? The guy's not happy in pro wrestling, man. He's just not happy. WWE, AEW, the local bingo hall, he's not happy in pro wrestling. Why would you want to make him more miserable? And if he does go there, he's just going to make the locker room miserable again. Because that's what he always does. So Punk comes back, everybody's miserable. He has lackluster matches, the pendulum doesn't move for the metrics, the ratings don't go up. And he injures himself again, because his body's already given out. I don't understand. We do this all the time, and then Punk throws a fucking tantrum or something happens, and he goes away for a while, and we're all like, wow, I guess it's true what they say with Punk. He is a prick. And then after a few months, we forget about it, and we're like, we want Punk back. And we play this fucking weird cycle, man. It's weird. Pro wrestling fan, fucking weird. Just let it go. Phillip Brooks, let him go. Jeffrey Hardy, let the guy survive, and in the process, let everybody else survive who's on the roads. Let them live. Stop begging for Jeffrey Hardy to come back to wrestling. Stop begging for Phillip Brooks. Fucking weird. All of this talent in AEW, and you know what you hear? You know why the ratings aren't as high as they are? You know why it's not a hot product? Because Phil Brooks hasn't been around. It's Phil. If they just get Phil back, everything's good. They were already in the 900s, man. They were already pulling. They couldn't get past the 130s on the PPV buys. What are you talking about? Now there's just more turmoil when he comes back. Yeah, that's going to be a bonus. You know what's funny? The day he actually comes back, if he ever does, which is possible. You saw FTR sign new contracts, we believe, and they showed up last. You'll get like, what? You think you'll pull it to one? I don't know if you're going to get a 1-4 again, but you might get like a 1-2 or some shit, right? And then guess what happens in the month afterwards, the weeks after? You sputter out. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Phillip Brooks. Phillip Brooks doesn't know what he's doing there. He cashed in on a fucking payday. Got injured a bunch of times already. 2 severe injuries. 2 other minor injuries. 4 injuries! And he's only had a fucking few handful of matches in 1 year. But you want him to come back. It's not Brooks' responsibility to even try to bump up the rate. Fucking Tony Khan has to book that shit up. Anyway, there was a super chat that got me fucking amplified. In a good way, man. I think it was Derek Fleming Jr. Right? Was it Derek Fleming Jr.? Yeah, man. Telling me that Keith Lee was dressed like Harry Potter on Friday. And the Wardlow reaction. And I wasn't surprised in the least bit. Because Tony Khan doesn't know how to book these people. FTR should never have to been sitting home for as long as... FTR should have been a massive player on Dynamite for the whole year of 2022. No. And now there's friction with them and Tony Khan. And hopefully it's smoothed over. It better be if they sign new contracts. But will Tony book them correctly going forward? He's already shown that he can't do that. We'll see. Derek Fleming Jr. was not done. When now Wardlow versus Hobbs this week, neither can lose. Shake my head. That's the problem. That's exactly the problem, Derek Fleming Jr. You hit it right on the fucking head, bro. First of all, that title has been fucking hot potatoed anyway. Hot potato. There's no other way to look at it, guys. From a Wardlow to a Samoa Joe to a Darby Allin to a Samoa Joe to a Wardlow, and now what? To a Hobbs? Or was all this Hobbs push just to have him flat on his back on Wednesday? Who knows? Does Samoa Joe interfere, and then that ruins the whole purpose, right? Samoa Joe gets the title off of him. Now he can go to ROH finally. Why would you prolong this any longer? Tony Khan booked himself into a fucking corner, and I cannot stand the way the TNT title has been booked. I cannot stand how it's been booked. Only title worse has been the 24/7 title. Booked any worse than the TNT Championship. And can somebody tell me if Jade Cargill is still on the roster with that fucking TBS title? Because I have not seen her since the fucking beginning of the fucking 18th century. The fuck is Jade Cargill? She's got a title, doesn't she? Or is that just as good as the underwear she's wearing? Put her on a pay-per-view. There's a fucking crazy concept. Big Nang is a channel member for 2 months, bro. Whatever happened to the Mid-Atlantic Championship belt? Good question, Big Nang. I don't have the answer for you. I can tell you this, though, Big Nang. Salute on the 2-month membership, bro. That's fucking badass to see. Appreciate the fucking membership for sure. That's my gold unit activating those gold cards, bro. But Big Nang, I don't have an answer for that shit, bro. Derek Fleming Jr., thank you, Big Nang, on the membership. 2 months straight. Gold unit member. Derek Fleming Jr., I don't know how he books Wardlow and Hobbs, and I don't give a fuck. I won't be tuning in live. He lost my viewership, bro. I'm a real fucking critic, and to critique your show, you're going to have to give me a reason to give a fuck about it. There has to be a meaning behind why I'm critiquing a show. I'm not a fucking mark, and I'm not one of these fucking idiots that's going to go live after the show to try to get as many views as I can and all the subscribers. I'm not going to do that shit. My time is precious, and what I do is top-notch. You want to earn my critique? You're going to have to put forth the work. Do it correctly. Entertain. Pull over 1 million in viewership. I'm not asking you to move mountains. So whatever he does with Wardlow and Hobbs, that's on him. I'll find out about it. I'll see what I need to see, and I'll talk about it. I'll do my due diligence when I need to on that Thursday. But one of the people that took off in droves over the last couple of weeks and the hundreds of thousands, that was BC as well. I have my Wednesday nights as an adult in this world, I have no more time for Wednesday night 8 to 10 to watch fucking clanger after clanger after clanger with no fucking meaning behind it and no build to a pay-per-view. I have no fucking ounce, no shred of care left in me. That could change if Tony Khan fucking does something to make us give a shit. And then when we get to the pay-per-view, we all say how great the pay-per-view was, and we should have never doubted AEW. No, I'm going to doubt. I'm going to doubt every fucking show that they put together a shitty fucking show of clangers and no storylines and no care for the pay-per-view. No, I'm absolutely going to fucking not give them the benefit of the doubt. Three months of lackluster shit to build to a fucking pay-per-view that you never truly built toward. And then on the show, you're going to put together a good show and we're all supposed to forget about the last 3 months. Fuck that. Derek Fleming Jr., man. If you're still up in the chat, I appreciate all the supers, man. All three of those. I think I got to all of them. Much love and respect. Salute to Derek Fleming Jr. throwing those coffees over to the channel. JL with a 2-spot coffee. In my opinion, WWE, the best product. NXT carries the industry. Well, it's not even just opinion, JL. First of all, JL, salute. Appreciate the super, dude. It's just a fact, man. SmackDown. Right? Raw and Dynamite have to get drastically better in every area. SmackDown is just the best wrestling show in the world because the numbers tell us that. So yeah, WWE is the number one promotion in the world, and there's not even anybody close. Numbers-wise, there's nobody. AEW's best show pulls in 833. So SmackDown pulled in over 3 times that at a 2.5, basically. So, I mean, that's 3 times their flagship. That's not a war. That's not even competition. SmackDown is spanking AEW's ass. Raw is pulling in double AEW fucking viewership. So, I'm not throwing shade at AEW. I'm really not. I'm saying, like, I'm done, like, just acting like they're the best everything because people like Melty Boy gives them awards every fucking year, every month. And in return, they get cookies and a media pass to go to all of the pay-per-view media scrums. And they can fucking suck the schlong of Tony. And then Tony will invite them back. And they'll put him on a pedestal. And it's a revolving door of a bunch of nerds. Nerds. MJF calls them the cream of the crop in terms of marks, and he's right. I'm not going to play that fucking game, bro. Not playing that game at all. WWE is clearly the fucking top promotion. If you truly want to be the best, you have to do what you got to do to become real competition and beat them. But don't just bullshit and lie. That'll take you nowhere. So, we'll see, man. But JL, I do have to agree because the facts tell us WWE's product is currently number 1, and NXT is badass. They don't pull in the viewers. They pull in around 600K. They were at 555. They took a big hit last week for sure. But every time I tune in, I'm liking what I see. They got a big event this Tuesday. 09 Gaming, I don't know if you're still up in here, but I might have to do a little review of NXT, maybe. Maybe, if I have the time. But they got a big show Tuesday that looks really interesting. But, you know, and even if they pull in there around 600,000, you know, everybody, all the AEWites that say that Dynamite is crushing NXT and they laugh at NXT. Well, NXT lingers around 6 lately. If AEW, the last 2 out of 3 weeks has been at the lower end of 800,000, well, bro, you're not that close. You're not that far off from NXT. So you're saying you're in war with WWE. You're in competition with Raw and SmackDown. Bro, your competition right now is NXT. You better hope you don't dip below NXT in the future. What do we got, a banger bomb? Or is that just fucking BC spitting a lot of fire? Maybe it's a mixture of both. Oh, it's a banger bomb. Anthony Boley, a 50-spot banger bomb. That's a lot of coffee, bro. That's like a full day and a half's worth of coffee. Never needed. I'm going to get my own coffee no matter what. I never feel like you got to throw a coffee, guys. I don't ever feel like you need to. But that's always appreciated, man. It's so cool when the channel gets tipped like that. That's badass, Anthony. Anthony, I'm going to get to you in a second, man, and I'm going to read that fucking banger bomb. Much appreciation. As you can see, the fucking channel, every AMP unit member, whether gold status or red team go, everybody's showing you that love, bro. Appreciate that, man. Anthony, I'm going to get to you in a second, man. I can't lose my train of thought here. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, NXT. Yeah, I mean Tony Khan better be careful, bro. Because NXT is his true competition right now, and NXT's not even trying to be. NXT's doing their own thing as developmental. Shawn Michaels is just trying to tell stories and have some fun and have the audience have fun. And don't be so sure if they start going up and fucking AEW goes back. Shawn Michaels is like, hey, buddy, you're going the wrong way on the highway. Tony Khan's like, I can't put it in fucking motion. I keep going in reverse. Too fucking funny, man. Guys, you're the best, man. Who was that again? That was JL. Facts, brother. Salute. Let me go over to Dante Jarren, 23. Dante Jarren, 23. Gold team. Activate that gold card. Dante Jarren, 23. You rock, bro. Good to see you up in the chat. And Dante's a gold card member and through a fucking super as well, man. Talk about double tipping the channel. Badass, Dante. Dante says, with that 2-spot, 199 says, that's why I respect your opinion. The truth and zero lies. I appreciate that, Dante Jarren. And most of the time, it's because it's not even an opinion. I'm just giving you guys legit facts, man. Like I have the numbers and I'm relaying them. You could choose to not like what I'm saying or you fucking not like me. That's fine. But the facts are still going to remain the facts and people will cry over the facts. Dante Jarren, 23. That's why I respect your opinion. The truth and zero lies. I appreciate that, dude. Salute to you, Dante Jarren, 23. Badass. And Maximus Sage. Haven't seen Maximus in a minute. Maximus, hopefully everything is good, man. I appreciate the super. 5-spot coffee. BC, glad to see you kicking ass still. You know it, bro. And this is my fucking hobby. This is my off time when I cut these fucking videos. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm not doing the Wednesday night shit anymore. If it ain't worth my time, it ain't worth my fucking time. Tony Khan is going to have to earn BC's review back. Maximus says, BC, glad to see you still kicking ass. Tony Khan has become the very thing he sought to destroy. VKM in erratic booking and refusal to adapt. Go, Pack, go! Maximus, I don't know if you're still up in the chat, but what do you think? You think Rodgers stays with the Packers, bro? I'm thinking he does. Salute. I think he stays with our Green Bay Packers, bro. It's too much money on the line. And when Rodgers are with the Packers, we get all the TV games, man. We get seen nationally. And Green Bay is a small little town in Wisconsin. But we get national TV coverage because we've had Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers for over 20 fucking years. Nearly 30 years. Maybe more than 30 years. I can't even keep the fucking math. Maximus Sage, no doubt, man. Tony Khan he just doesn't listen. He doesn't. And he'll only thank the fans if he hits 1 million viewers on Wednesdays. If he hits anything less than 1 million, he will never thank his fans. They're fucking peasants to him. He's very delusional, Maximus Sage. Very delusional. That's the word that I'll use that. Big Nang says Rodgers to Raiders since Carr signed with the Saints. Wait, did Carr sign with the Saints? I thought he was looking at the Jets, Big Nang. Is that official? I could have sworn Carr and Rodgers were still a possibility for the Jets. Could you imagine Rodgers in New York? That didn't go well for fucking Brett Favre, I'll tell you that much. Maximus Sage, salute. He signed for $140 million. Whoa, was that today? Wow, I was busy as fuck today, guys. There was not much I could keep up on the tab. I just had to keep tabs on Aaron Rodgers. Whoa, so that means Jets, it's Rodgers or bust. And I don't think they're going to get him, guys. I think he's sticking with Green Bay for the $58 million straight up. Oh, Jets could be in a whirl of shit. They might not get Rodgers or Carr. Anyway, Maximus Sage, you are absolutely correct, bro. And I appreciate you, dude. And it's so good to see you up in here, Maximus Sage. It's been a minute. Always good to see my amp unit from the past, man. Come back, say what's up. Even if you stop watching pro wrestling, man, it's cool to see you guys come back and say what's up to BC every now and again, man. Don't forget about the little ECW channels on the platform, bro. Muhammad Aiza. Muhammad with a coffee 5 spot. What up, Muhammad? BC, who would have thought Cody Rhodes of all people would be the one to dethrone Roman? Hopefully, at least. Muhammad, I've said this 100 times in the past month. Muhammad, I'm going to say, you guys know what I'm going to say. My tried and trues are going to know what I'm going to say, man. I cannot fathom, still to this day, I cannot fathom that one of the founders of All Elite Wrestling, the executive vice president of AEW, is about to become the undisputed Universal WWE World Champion, bro. And dethrone Roman Reigns. Cody Rhodes. I still can't fathom it, bro. I don't understand how Tony Khan allowed this to happen. I know how. I know back behind the scenes, Cody was not getting along that well with Tony Khan and the Bucks. Omega has always been the one to try to get everyone together. I'm not saying they were fighting all the time, guys, and they hated one another. Relax. I know for a fact, I've heard from my own people down in Florida, that there was massive heat between them most of the time. They just did not agree, and they had different philosophies. That must have been hard for Cody Rhodes. And I think Cody Rhodes knew deep down that he had so much business to take care of in WWE, and it was kind of just weighing on him. And I think what it is, guys, is once the fans started to turn a little bit, and once Cody Rhodes realized that he fucked up, and he said he put that weird stipulation that he can no longer win the AEW title because he didn't want to be that guy who's an EVP and he's fucking booking himself in the main events and shit, even though he already kind of was. So he's like, all right, I'm taking myself out of the world titles. I think Cody Rhodes saw the walls caving in a little bit. And he's like, this is not fun anymore. This is not what I started this AEW thing for. At first it was cool. And he's like, well, if it's going to be this much pressure and work and not as fun, I might as well conquer the one goal that I always had. Try to win the world title in Main Event Mania. I don't think any of us thought it would happen in one fucking year, dude. It's happening. Cody Rhodes is one of the hottest individuals in pro wrestling right now as far as momentum. Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes. That's it. Cody Rhodes. It's funny. Some of the community is like, Cody Rhodes is not as hot as I thought he was going to be. His momentum is, it's slowing down a little bit. Are you building the same snowman that Tony Khan is building? What the fuck are you on? Cody Rhodes is fucking white hot right now. Electric. Cody Rhodes is the guy to roll in the Mania. Fuck shit up. Hoist up that championship and end that fucking show. Cody Rhodes is that motherfucker. And it's Cody's show. Sorry, not sorry, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is up and coming and rocking out. That's awesome. Sami Zayn has no fucking business in Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns' business. This is some big boy shit, and Cody Rhodes is putting on his big boy belt. And it's time we fuck shit up. This is the pulse that BC has needed on Monday nights. Have you guys noticed the last couple of weeks, BC's a little bit more fucking... I'm a little bit more lively for the Raw reviews, man. I'm talking about shit like Cody and Sammy and Roman... And now even Bray Wyatt. I get to do the muscle man dance, whether you like it or not. You know, I got some shit going on with Kana Asuka finally getting the push I've been waiting for years. Cody Rhodes going for the title. I got shit that I cannot wait to see at WrestleMania. Monday Night Raw has a pulse. I'm not saying it's a damn good show from top to bottom. Not even close. Trust me, it's going to take a long time for that. And I'll be the most fairest reviewer to tell you that shit every Tuesday morning. But... Cody Rhodes has given Monday Night Raw and WWE a pulse, bro. Cody Rhodes has given WWE a pulse, and you know it. And if you fucking lie to yourself and say, nah, I don't like him, then you don't like him. That doesn't mean he didn't give WWE a much-needed kick in the ass. Cody Rhodes gave that whole company a kick in the ass. And Sami Zayn... Basically, Cody Rhodes gave everybody a fucking match. And Sami Zayn went to everybody and lit that bitch up. And together, they fucking helped. And Roman. I ain't leaving Roman in the bloodline. The Usos. Everybody played a hand in this. But what Cody and Sami was able to do, we have not had a 1-2 punch in a long time, guys. We have not had a 1-2 punch. You'd have to go, and I'm not putting Cody and Sami in the same league as some of these people, so relax. But what I mean by a 1-2 punch is back in the golden era, late 80s into the 90s, we had Hulk Hogan Ultimate Warrior. You even had Randy Savage, but he was playing a heel a lot of the time. So you look at the faces, Hogan, Warrior. It was 1-2. Either one of them could have been a top guy. It was a 1-2 punch. You go into the Attitude Era-esque, you had Stone Cold and The Rock, a 1-2 punch. It wasn't just one guy. There was a couple that you would jump out of your seat for. Now, and again, I'm not saying they're as hot as a Stone Cold Rock or a Hogan Warrior. Relax. But it's a 1-2 punch. Cody and Sami gets every ass off their seats every show that they're on together. It's a 1-2 punch. I'll give you fucking Cena, Edge, or Orton in a way, definitely. Orton was kind of teetering heel a few times during that. And Edge, the same thing. He would go heel often because he just liked to be heel like Orton. But as far as faces, like for a long time, Cody and Sami, it's the first in a long time that we've had a 1-2 punch, guys, and it feels so good in this company to have that shit. Yeah, if you want to go back to WCW, yeah, Sting Goldberg in WCW was absolutely a 1-2 punch. Good call there, Crazy Country, because what you would have is Goldberg and his streak that would set fucking asses on fire, and then you have Sting come from the rafters at the end of the show. I mean, it was a 1-2 punch over in WCW. This is the first time in years in WWE that we've had a legit 1-2 punch with Cody and Sami, and it feels so good, man. You know, when you get that big fucking first segment, it's not over yet. You still have the other guy coming out. Maybe it's Sami. Maybe it's fucking Cody. You know, maybe Roman is... Even though Roman's a heel, I mean, you look at the pop this guy gets. You look at the fucking ones up in the air. People are into fucking everything Roman is doing. I don't even know where I left on that super chat, man. Who the fuck? That was a long-winded answer, bro. Muhammad. It was Muhammad like 10 minutes ago. That super chat. Muhammad said, BC, who would have thought Cody Rhodes of all people would be the one to dethrone Roman? Hopefully at least. Muhammad, you got BC amplified on that one, bro. Because I still cannot fathom that Cody Rhodes is about to do that thing. Cody Rhodes is about to do that deed on the grandest stage of them all. And BC's here for it, bro. Salute to Cody Rhodes. Salute to Muhammad, my super chatter that got BC amped up in the best of ways. Muhammad, I appreciate you, bro. Let's go over to, we got a fucking banger bomb. A 50 spot Anthony Boley, bro. Dude, 1 second. Just pour a little bit of some more of an adult beverage here. I gotta go get a coffee after we're done before Raw. That's why I started earlier. We still have almost 2 hours before Raw. We're good, guys. I'm not gonna keep you here the whole time. Relax. Anthony Boley, I just poured a fresh adult beverage for Anthony Boley and a fucking 50 spot banger, bro. Damn, dude. First, before I read that, let me just give you a salute, dude. Anthony Boley says, BC, here's some coffee on me for 4 years of being the only one who tells the honest truth about what is really going on in the wrestling world. Much love and respect. Anthony, I'm going to have to reread that because that is the ultimate respect, man. And on this channel, I don't acknowledge disrespect, but I double acknowledge respect. So, Anthony, I'm gonna re-say that again, if you don't mind, man. Anthony Boley with a 50 banger. By the way, gold status as well, Anthony. Anthony says, BC, here's some coffee on me because for 4 years, the only one who tells the honest truth about what is really going on in the wrestling world. Much love and respect. Anthony, right back to you, dude. And I appreciate those words so fucking much, man. I really do. And it's you guys that keep me doing this, honestly. Well, because this is a hobby still for me. It's gotten successful, and it turned into a mini biz. I understand that. but I still do many other things in this fucking world that takes me all across the fucking world, and I'm traveling nonstop. But the biggest fun I get to do every week is these type of videos or live streams, and it's because of comments like that, words like that, people like you guys, man, my amp unit. You guys make me do this. I could end this today, and I'll be fine, man. I'll sleep like a fucking baby. I could end the channel right now. I'll be fine. I'm still going to watch my wrestling, love it, shoot the shit with my boys about it. But this channel means so much because you guys fucking rock, man. So, big time. Absolutely fucking appreciate that. And Anthony, that's right back to you, that love and respect, man. Right back to you, dude. I don't know if you're still up in the chat. I'm looking, dude. Don't spam the chat either, guys. Don't do that, because then when I'm looking for somebody, I can't see because people are just writing fucking 10 fucking things at once. Don't spam the chat. That'll get you automatic booted. Anthony's still up in here or no? Yeah, JR9. That's absolutely epic. Well, Anthony, if you're still up in here, salute. Appreciate that, man. And yeah, you can't count on anybody. These days, man, everybody's just trying to do what they can for the views, the subscribers. Can I get a job with Tony Khan? Is somebody in WWE maybe watch? Maybe I can get a job. And it's not going to work. It's not going to. And it's only going to lose credibility over time. And I never want to be one of those people, and I never will. Never will. So I'll always just stay true to the word because I just love wrestling. If this ever becomes like an actual job for me, that's when the channel has to end anyway. Because then it's over. Then I'm just doing it for fucking for that reason. And if I'm just doing something for a job, dude, there's something terribly wrong. And that's what happens with a lot of creators. They just go all in on it, and they're like, well, now I have to go make videos. No, if it ever reaches that, man, no. And I won't. And I don't have to. So I'll be truthful because I don't have to get a job with these companies. I'm happy right where I am now. If people can handle the truth, badass. If they can't, cry. I don't give a fuck. I'm a grown fucking dude with massive fucking muscles. I can snap human spines. I don't give a fuck if somebody doesn't like me or they're gonna cry. I don't give a fuck. I'm a real life boogeyman. The fuck do I give a shit? I don't get phased at all. I sleep like a fucking baby. A real life bad man. Anyway, Anthony, salute, bro. The absolute best comment you could probably get on a stream was right there. I salute you, bro. And Anthony, by the way, it wasn't just that Super 2. Anthony threw a 5-spot coffee earlier, too. A 5-spot says, BC, we beat the crap out of VKM for the same BS that TK is doing with these trashy shows. Something has got to give. Hire someone, TK. A good point, Anthony Boley. Good point, dude. And I say that all the time. You know, sometimes I think I get new subscribers or new viewers, and they think I'm just like really hard on AEW. But if they only watched the 6 years that I've had the channel, roughly, they'll see how I fucking review Monday Night Raw. Oh, I'm not just picking on a fucking company. I'm reviewing it the most honest way possible. And WWE, until recently, has been garbage from top to bottom. Recently, thankfully, we've started to see a pulse. But yeah, man, and now Tony Khan has to be held responsible. Otherwise, he just hears from his niche that he's doing everything great. So he keeps doing the same thing, and he keeps going backwards in all the numbers. He had a good pay-per-view last night. Okay, everything else was tragic. AEW's number was 833,000 for Dynamite. Rampage was 394,000. He couldn't sell out the pay-per-view last night with 9,000 seats in a 10,500 seat arena. Buys look to be at about 120, 20,000 lower than the average. Business is not good. But he lies and he bullshits, and everybody tells him every show is great. Anthony Boley, the truth is the only thing I know, bro. I couldn't bullshit if I wanted to. Couldn't bullshit if I wanted to. Yeah, good call on the 193 likes there, Dino. Let's get that to 200 up, man. I know this was only 27 minutes of notice, but ain't no reason we shouldn't be over 200 because I've been dropping nothing but fucking facts. I understand people are probably crying as well. But be badass and give a super kick to that like button, please. Give it a super kick and bolster that shit over 200. Kick the shit out of it. No, literally, kick the shit out of it, like with a super kick. Get it over 2, and let's start the process to 250 plus. So Anthony Boley, exactly right, brother. And he just needs to hire 2 people. Somebody to help him with creative. And by help him, I mean take over creative. And a PR person. He needs a public relations person, man. 200 on the ups. I appreciate that, guys. Let's take it to 250 and stay amplified. Give it a power bomb. I don't care if it's a Batista bomb or a Wardlow bomb. But give that like button an ass whooping. Anthony Boley, no question, dude. Jamal Straken, 199. Gold status. Since Cody left, Dynamite went on a downward spiral. Jamal, can I do one better, bro? I'm going to take you one further on that one. Since Cody Rhodes left AEW, I feel AEW has never truly been the same. Everybody likes to go for the big name like Phil Brooks. But no, Phil Brooks leaving, he wasn't there every week anyway. And to BC, Phil Brooks did not add a lot of value at all. Sorry, not sorry. When Cody Rhodes left, that is a void that I feel Tony Khan never was able to fill. Guys, that's like going down the highway, the road to WrestleMania, with only 3 tires. It's like a tire went right off the fucking axle, right off the car, right off the vehicle, and Tony Khan kept driving. Tony Khan, either he's just a really bad driver or he's building a bunch of snowmen inside the car, whatever he's on. He's fucking driving down the road to WrestleMania and he's on 3 fucking wheels. And he's like, oh, this is bumpy. This is a bumpy ride. Well, you're on 3 wheels, jackass. I would think it's bumpy. Well, that wheel that went off, that's Cody Rhodes. And it just feels like he never stopped to even try to put that wheel back on. I don't know who could replace that wheel, right? I don't know if the spare in the trunk would actually replace Cody Rhodes. But it's worth a chance. You have to get, if you're going to get to your destination, you're going to have the 4 wheels on the vehicle. And I feel that he never properly replaced that wheel. And I don't know if it can be replaced. I don't know if he even knows that that's a problem. I really don't, man. Maybe he's having the time of his life in that vehicle. I don't know, man. Jamal, I agree with you, Jamal, in that super chat, and I'll take you a step further, Jamal. I think the whole company has not been the same since TK said check you, or since TK's still there, since Cody said check you. Imagine TK going to WWE, man. Going for the fucking shaking hands with Triple H one day. Hey, there was a time where we said Eric Bischoff and Vince McMahon, not only would they never shake hands and hug, they're never going to be in the same room together. That's how much they hated each other. I saw on one Monday night, I'll never forget this. One Monday night, I saw Eric Bischoff come through the curtain on a Monday Night Raw, shake the hand of Vince McMahon and hug Vince McMahon. If you grew up in the Monday Night Wars, the real Monday Night Wars, the Nitro, Raw, late 90s, to see Bischoff handshake and hug Vince McMahon, you would bet the house that it would never happen. You know, we say that about TK and Triple H. You never fucking know, man. Once I saw that with Bischoff and McMahon, I literally said, wow, that is truly what never say never in pro wrestling means. So Jamal, yeah, I took you a step further on that, but you are absolutely correct. JL with another 2 spot. JL says CM Punk is toxic. He needs to be humbled. Childish clown. You know what sucks about it, JL, is that me and Punk have never seen eye to eye anyway, for many reasons. But when he came back, I think he was willing to wipe the slate clean with everybody. And BC was with him. And I was speaking about how it looks like he's got a smile back. It looks like Phil Brooks is enjoying himself. I'm enjoying some of his his promos never got back to where he was in WWE. Something was off with Phil Brooks, if you guys realize. He had a couple of good promos, but nothing that we were expecting. In wrestling, he was just horrendous. I'm not just talking about the Hangman match, which was 18 botches in that one match. But it was just bad. It was really bad. But I was willing to just be like, you know what? It's good to have him back. Let's see how much he can help out. And then it didn't take long, man. His body started to break down. He started to become miserable because his body was breaking down. He was breaking bones, tearing ligaments, whatever the fuck he was doing. Tony Khan and him were not on the same page. A lot of the locker room was not buying his bullshit. So he was like, who the fuck are you? I'm CM Punk. And it just didn't work. It didn't fucking work. And it was only a matter of time before that brawl out happened, man. And now people are saying he needs to come back. But to what, guys? Like, why would you even want him to come back to break more body parts, become more miserable, poison the locker room even more? I'm not saying he doesn't have some people in his side, no question. But a lot of that locker room, they were put off by Punk. Why would you want to do that again just for somebody that has proven that they didn't actually move the needle on the ratings or the pay-per-view buys? They were stuck between 130 and 140 regardless. I don't understand, man. Why people I think it's just more. I think the whole CM Punk thing kind of just took on a life of its own, and now it's just it's cool to say CM Punk, and see him show up. Because I don't know what value you think he is going to bring. It's everything against what AEW stands for. I was told this was an alternative to WWE. I was told that it's about the homegrown talents. I was told that this was going to be all about the clangers. We don't say the B word anymore. That's overused. We replaced it with the C word. Clangers. Well, he's not giving you any fucking clangers, bro. Guy jumps into the crowd. He's breaking body parts. Let him live his life. Let Punk just be. Let Jeffrey Hardy try to live a nice, valuable life. Every time you want Jeff Hardy back so he can break his body some more, pop some pills, drink some alcohol, jump in a fucking car, and almost take somebody's fucking life because you wanted to see him wrestle a match. When he has shown you 9 times that he cannot be trusted. But no, we don't know when enough is enough as wrestling fans. Hardy, 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 Hardy. I need to see the Hardy Boys fucking wheelchair their way around the ring. Are you not happy until he takes his fucking own life or somebody else's? Till he finally wraps his car around a telephone pole? Because that's what's happening. It's a vicious cycle. We've seen it 9 times now. And every time it's the same thing with the fans. He learned his lesson. He's fine. Let's bring him back. He's good. The court case just ended last week, you fucking idiot. Yeah, but it's been months. He was just waiting for the court case, and now it's done, and now he can come back. He's good, Beasley. Beasley, Hardy, Hardy, Hardy. Come on, everybody. Come on, guys. Let's bring Jeff back. And then in 4 months, we hear the same thing. In other news, professional wrestler Jeff Hardy wraps his car around a telephone pole. Unfortunately, another car was involved. Everyone has been taken into the hospital in their critical condition. There are no comment now by Hardy's attorneys. Is that what you're waiting for? Not even joking anymore. I'm not even literally embellishing. That's literally what's next because it's a vicious cycle. Hardy! Hardy! We all love Jeff Hardy, bro. He's a nice dude. There comes a time where you gotta pay the price. If you keep driving on a suspended license drunk and you keep getting a slap on the wrist and they say, well, your license is still suspended, buddy. How is that a punishment? It already was. That's like robbing a fucking bank, getting caught, and the judge is like, all right, but just don't rob another one. We're going to let you go. And then you rob another one. This one was even more money, by the way, and you stash half of it for when you get out after a weekend. And the judge is like, all right, that was twice in a month, man. What the fuck? I'm going to let you out again, but just stop, all right? Just stop robbing the banks, man. You get out, you got 200 G's ready to fucking rock with, then you rob another bank, and you get slapped on the wrist again. Same judge is like, what the fuck, man? You're making me look like an idiot. All right, I'm letting you go again. But seriously, can you please, in the future, just try to stop robbing banks? That's what you're saying. This dude has had a suspended license for 10 fucking years, and he keeps doing the same shit, and he keeps getting told, all right, we're going to let you go. But here's the thing. Just don't drive on the suspended license, please, okay? And Jeff's like, okay. I would never think of it. Oh, fuck, bro. It's the same thing with Phillip Brooks. Totally different, I should say. I mean, same thing as far as if Phillip comes back. I would love to know what people think is going to happen. The ratings are going to stay at 1.4s, 1.5s. The pay-per-view buys are over 150, which they never were. What? He's going to put on clangers? His body is all of a sudden going to turn into a fucking minefield? He's going to be fucking solid like BC, amplified, and start crushing skulls? No, he's brittle. His body is breaking down. Why would you want to see him come back just to break more bones in front of you? I mean, unless you just really don't like him and then you want him to come back. It's weird, man. It's weird. Anyway, where was that? These are some long answers to see. You super chatters tonight, you're getting your fucking money's worth, man. BC's rocking out. That was, let me go to JL. That was JL talking about Punk. And then we got into the same thing with Hardy, because I'm starting to hear the same thing about Hardy. So, we respect these people. BC definitely does. And that's why I say what I'm saying. There's some people that need to stay out of wrestling for their own health and for the safety of everybody else. If you know, you know. If you don't, I can't sit here and explain it to you for another hour. Emanuele Caraspare, fellow Italiano in the house. Emanuele, also gold motherfucking card member. Emanuele, what up, dude? Good to see you up in here. I appreciate the coffee, man. Sad they don't have solid storylines to support the matches because the pay-per-view was not bad. I love AEW, but I had zero interest in this pay-per-view. Exactly, Emmanuel. The pay-per-view was obviously good. I never for a second thought that the pay-per-view would not deliver. I say this about WWE. They have a pay-per-view every month, and for the longest time, slight changes recently, thankfully, for the longest time, they had no build before the actual pay-per-view. They were throwing matches the last week. And I would start my reviews in the good, the bad, and the ugly with an ugly. Before we even started reviewing the show, I would have an ugly in the column of ugly because of booking and lack of giving a fuck. I don't tolerate that shit on this channel. You guys know that. I am a real critic of wrestling. I'm not just a fan who has a nice channel and we get to talk wrestling, guys. Angel, Pile Driver, Mikal, Top Tier. We're all going to talk wrestling. Connie. No, as much as I love that, I pride myself on being a real critic. I've done it since I was 5 years old. I was pissing off my fucking parents and everybody. All the adults were pissed off because I was dissecting wrestling in front of them at 5 years old. I love critiquing wrestling. I pride myself on it. I'm not going to let this shit happen where you have 3 months to build a pay-per-view. You do nothing. You have one match, a 60-minute iron, and then 2 weeks ago, you start throwing together chaotic rematches with stipulations. Jungle Boy and Christian, buried alive casket match. Mox versus Hangman in a rematch. Texas Death. I don't know. In San Francisco. Fatal 4-way tag match. Triple threat woman. And of course they're going to perform. These are talented individuals that are going to go out there, bust their ass. And I'm sure most of those matches would have been in a good if I was to do a full review of the good, the bad, and the ugly. But no, it wasn't worth my fucking time last night. That's what's sad. Emmanuel hit it on the fucking head. Emmanuel is an AEW fan who says, and I quote in this super chat, if I may, Emmanuel, I love AEW, but I had zero interest in this pay-per-view. This is coming from an AEW fan, and I thank you guys so much. The AEW fans out there that show this channel so much love, you guys are the best because I'm really hard on them, just like I was for Raw and Vince McMahon for 6 years, and I still am. And you guys understand that I'm hard on them because I want them to fucking succeed, and there's nobody else in the community that's being this honest. We're all just stroking the fucking schlong so we can try to get jobs or fucking be in tight with TK because he's such a fucking interweb nerd. So I appreciate the AEW fans that come across the channel and they're like, well, this dude is fucking rocking my promotion. This dude is fucking the company that I love up. But he's right. Those are the fucking holes in the game. Those are the cracks in the walls. So I appreciate Emmanuel, who's got the fucking balls to send a super chat to BC. By the way, he is a gold card member. And Emmanuel says, I love AEW, but I had zero interest in this pay-per-view. It's sad. This is a quote from Emmanuel. It's sad they don't have solid storylines to support the matches because the pay-per-view was not bad. And none of us thought the pay-per-view was going to be bad. That's the sad part. It's because Tony Khan never gave the majority of us a reason to give a fuck about it and to pay for it. That's the sad part. Emmanuel, you nailed it right on the fucking dome piece, bro. Salute. Big Nang's up in this bitch. What up, Big Nang? How you doing, bro? I think Big Nang broke the news about fucking Carr to the Saints. Now the Jets have to get Rodgers, Big Nang. Big Nang says, BC, did you catch China's bio from A&E last night? No, I was out and about. I had to do a lot of traveling last night. Didn't get back in until about 2:47 a.m. But I caught everything I needed to with Revolution, obviously. But no, I didn't catch any of the AE. How did they do it justice, Big Nang? Are you still up in here? Or did anybody catch the China A&E doc? Did they do justice by China? Was it done correctly? I'm on a delay, so I might have to come back to the chat. KC4L, preach the gospel, man. Preach the truth. No doubt, dude. Love to hear that. And China bio was good, says James Miller. Okay. Juan said it was good too. Anthony Boley, my fucking banger bomb man of the day, dude. Anthony rocked out today. Anthony, glad you're still up in here, man. Anthony says it was good too. Big Nang says somehow just that it's her missing. Are you saying you miss her, Big Nang? After seeing that shit? Wisdom of Charlie Grin says, yeah, it did it justice. Yo, look at Wisdom. Look at Wisdom sporting that gold card, by the way. Wisdom, I saw, was it like a week or two ago? Wisdom said, I'm getting my gold card soon, BC. I saw that shit in the chat about a week or two ago, Wisdom. And I'm like, cool, man. You don't have to, brother. Red team is my red team. That's my people. That's my unit. You don't got to be gold. But to see Wisdom flashing that gold card up in this bitch, I love it, brother. It suits you well, bro. Wisdom is a tried and true up in this bitch. Good to see that gold card next to the Wisdom's name. Robert Hurt, you are 1 billion% correct. China paved the way for women today. And not just women, but the way that she paved that road, I don't think fucking anybody can even go down that road anymore. You know, but she was so badass that because of the way she paved that road, there was a little fucking sidetrack that was simultaneously fucking created while she was paving it. So everybody else can take the side road, that side path, But her pavement, man, I don't know if that can ever be duplicated. She's in a league of her own. Even Rhea Ripley she can't clinch what Chyna once did. Oh, I got you, Big Nang. Big Nang says she wasn't there to tell her story, so it felt incomplete somehow. Yeah, that's what I always can't stand about those. It's cool if they do them when they're still here, but it's a doc. A lot of them are done when they're not here, unfortunately. But Chyna was one of those people that should still be here. You can't really blame Paul Levesque. I understand, right? People's feelings change. You fall in love with other people. I get it. But you can absolutely pinpoint Chyna's downfall. It was when Triple H cheated on her with Stephanie McMahon, the daughter of the CEO of World Wrestling Entertainment, Vince McMahon. And they hid it. She found out. And then people started being weird with her. And that's when the downfall happened. And Jim Ross says that they couldn't do business after that because Chyna was just unraveling a little bit. I would think so. She just found out her fucking dude that I'm pretty sure she thought she was going to marry is fucking the boss's daughter. and I got to re-up my contract to be in the same fucking organization as them. He's about to be my boss, basically. Anyway. Yeah. Big Nang, I totally hear you. I will, eventually I'll end up checking that. There's no question. I love those type of things, man. I don't have time to sit and watch them in full because they're so long. They're almost an hour. But I watch them in little chunks, like when I'm on planes or when I'm in a Starbucks line. I mean, that's when I usually try to get all shit like that in. But I'll try to check that for sure. You guys are telling me it was pretty good and it did her justice. So I would check it out. JL with a 2-spot. The scrum. Yikes. Very unprofessional TK. Tired plus... JL, those media scrums add no value. Although, JL, did you see last night's? I will say this about Tony Khan. The dude is trying now. He put on a little suit jacket last night. He was gold team last night. He put on that gold suit jacket. No hugs that I know of. There was an awkward moment with Ricky Starks. I thought Ricky was going in for the hug. Tony almost did, and they were like, no, I was told not to do the hugs, Ricky, sorry. So there was no awkward hugs. He had a little suit jacket on. He was gold team for a night. And he wasn't as fucking awkward, So I think he tried last night. If anybody saw it, man, Iman Perry says it best. He tried to look serious. So, if you've seen all the media scrums, this was probably his best performance, man. Oh, did Starks hug him? Iman, not at the beginning, right? At the beginning, they just went for a handshake, and then they almost did. Are you saying afterwards? Oh, see, now I got to go back and watch it. What was TK's face in his chest? There's nothing better than a Tony Khan hug because you'll laugh as hard as you did when the night that Titus, or the day, because they were in Saudi Arabia, the funniest thing that BC has ever seen in pro wrestling was Titus O'Neil at the greatest Royal Rumble Saudi Arabia. He was running down to the ring to enter the Rumble, and he tripped at the last second, and he slid underneath the ring. And BC and Corey Graves laughed for the next 10 minutes. And the more that Corey Graves laughed, the more BC laughed. But something just as funny as Titus O'Neil is Tony Khan when he gives those chest hugs. And he plants his face. And guys, I'm not even making fun. It's funny. We can laugh. I'm not making fun of him. I really am not. It's funny, though. He puts his face into the chest and he snuggles you like it's mama, like mama just had a fucking cub, and he's about to suck on a titty or something. I mean, he snuggles into your chest, and he has this look like just somebody put a blankie on him and read him a bedtime story. Somebody give him a nice Earl Grey tea. He looks like he's ready for bedtime when he gives a hug. It's funny, man. Tony Khan hugs are the best. Titus World Slide. Yeah, you guys remember Titus. It's the funniest thing you'll ever see in wrestling. If you've never seen it, please, guys, give the event, somebody in the chat, give the actual event and year. It was in Saudi Arabia. It was called the Greatest Royal Rumble Ever. I just forget the year. And Titus O'Neil's running to the ring, and he trips, and he flies into through the ring, underneath. Corey Graves can't stop laughing. He's making BC. I keep laughing. Too funny, man. Oh, I gotta go back. When did Starks hug him? I gotta go back a little bit. When did at the end, Iman said, okay, James Shrimp Fajitas. So at the end of Ricky Starks' thing, they did end up hugging? Oh no, they did so good at the beginning. At the beginning, they went for it. You could see like there was a handshake. There was like a no, we shouldn't. Should we? No, we shouldn't. And at the end, they were just like, no, we're like magnets. Dun, 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 dun. Right? Chariots of Fire. Dun, 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 dun. And they fucking hug slow motion. You guys are telling me 2018. Appreciate that. If anybody never saw that, it'll be the funniest thing you ever see in wrestling. And that's thankfully. Do you guys realize there's usually a medium, there's a mid bar. There's usually a bar in between, or in the middle of the ring. He could have literally taken his head off, and we would not have been laughing about it. Luckily, that bar, for some reason, was removed. I forgot the reasoning. I think there was a match that night, and they needed it removed. I don't know. And he was able to slide right underneath the ring. It was bad, though. JL. Man, you super chatters are getting some long-winded answers, man. You're keeping BC amplified, man. What? It's good discussion, man. These are some damn good super chats, bro. I always say, I do this because I love shooting the shit with you guys, man. Well, if you're going to create some awesome conversation, BC's going to be in it. And then, man, what the fuck? I don't care how long it's. I don't care if I'm here for 3 fucking hours. Dave Mealy, $4.99. Dave, before I read that, salute. Dave is one of my tried and trues, man. Dave, you talk about banger bombs like Anthony Boley. Dave Mealy in the past, man. He fucking dropped 100 banger bombs, bro. No doubt. That's a lot of... So, Dave, man, always good to see you up in here. $4.99, 5 spot. BC, you're not just on another level. You are another level. Oh, Dave, bro. Bro, you don't need to say that, but Dave, I appreciate that, dude. I was already giving you your flowers anyway, Dave, but damn, you just got a whole fucking truckload now, dude. I gotta reread that. You know, on this channel, I don't acknowledge disrespect, I double down on respect. Dave Mealy says, and I quote, to BC, you're not just another level, you are another level. Come on, bro. That's badass. I gotta start putting that on new shirts, Dave. I need new merch. Dave, appreciate you, dude. Big time. Salute, man. It's all I know how to be, man. Just truthful. I'll piss people off in the process. I get it. I was doing that out of the room, man. I was a fucking little BC pissing people off in the projects. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Beasley. I can't stand him. Yeah, cry about it. Ain't gonna do shit. Fuck off. I don't give a shit. It makes me more amplified. I get more pleased when I make more people cry. Who gives a shit? Dave Mealy, you're the best, dude. By the way, Dave with another 5 spot said, 499 says, what do you think about the possibility of Roman still holding on to the title at Mania since he is so close to eclipsing 1,000 days as champion? So, Dave, are you still in the chat? Are you saying what do I think the possibility of him like going into Mania and walking out with the title? Derek, fuck yeah, bro. We don't just set the bar, we are the bar. Dave, are you still up in here? If you're saying what are the chances of Roman beating Cody and walking out with the title? Fuck no! Dave, fuck no, man. And I love Roman right now. Roman is the shit. I'm okay with another Roman title reign in the future. No, this is Cody's destination. This is the journey. This is everything, bro. There's no way that Roman can walk out with that shit just to get to a Rock match at 40. Fuck no. 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 I cannot say that big enough, man. Roman Reigns cannot hold the title for another... Titles with an S. For another year. Because that's what it would be. If he's not dropping it at Mania, there's no reason to drop it at Survivor Series or SummerSlam, especially the Royal Rumble. So you're telling me that it's Mania or bust. Vince really wants The Rock versus Roman, and he's going to wait a whole nother year. You don't need a title with Roman and Rock. That's a simple grudge match. There's the story sitting in your lap. He calls himself the Tribal Chief. We all know the real patriarch of the family is Dwayne Johnson. So the story is sitting in your lap. You do not need a title on the line. No, absolutely not. Wow, bro. Yeah, Dave says it is a possibility. Dave, you're right. No question, especially with Vince, bro. And we don't know how bad Vince wanted Rock Roman. And it looks like it's going to have to be for 40 now, which is a nice whole number. It's a celebratory 10-year anniversary. I get it. 40-year, but 10 by the tens. So 40, I get it. But no, Roman cannot clog the highway with both titles, man. It's done. First of all, I think you should split the fucking titles. Have one for Raw, have one for SmackDown. But as much as I love Roman's work, he cannot hold the titles hostage for another whole year, bro. So, man, Dave, you're right, man. Dave says, I think he's already at 900. Jer9, can you find out how many days he has been champ? Yeah, Jer9, that's on both of us, bro. Is Jer9 even still in here, man? We're 2 hours into the stream. Jer9 may have taken a little bit of an outro for a second. Oh, Jer9, just when I think Jer9 took a fucking moment, Jer9 pops up with 9-8. Jer9, you're the fucking... Everybody put fires up for Jer9, please. That's my right-hand man on the channel. I thought this dude just went away for a minute to get a drink or something, take a fucking piss. I ask one fucking question, haven't seen him in the chat for a little bit. Boom, 918 he comes back with. Jer9, you're the fucking best, bro. Appreciate you, dude. Ah, damn. So, Dave, 918, you're right. What would be 1,000 then? I mean, what would be 1,000 days? Mania would be... So you'd go March, April, May, June... Oh, fuck. That would put us to SummerSlam. Oh, man. Bro, you know what? Dave Mealy just brought up a good point. It's a horrible point, but it's good. It's possible. Jer9 says 1,000. Thank you guys for putting that fire up for Jer9. Jer9, you saw all that shit. That's for you, brother. Chat, I thank you guys, man. I saw all that fire. You guys are the best, man. From James, Tony, Connie, Eric, Marie, Brianna, Crazy Country, Big Time Baxter, Yellow Rose, all you guys, man. James Shrimp Fajitas, Pile Driver, Alicia, Big Nang, Eric Leno. That was all for you, Jer9, man. I appreciate you, dude. Always. So that would put us to Saudi Arabia, 1,000. Oh, dude, I don't even want to think of that, guys. I'm telling you right now, I'm not even going to entertain that idea. And unless it is the most entertaining thing I've ever seen in pro wrestling, I will not hesitate to give that 3 fucking uglies if Cody doesn't walk out with the title. If Roman walks out with the title, you're going to have to do it in a way where it does not make BC Amplified put in 3 uglies on my column list. Because I will put 3 uglies on that bitch. I may put 5 depending on how amplified I am. Anyway, I don't want to think of that, Dave, but you brought up a really good point. A DC Lanier. DC Lanier, $9.99. Couple of coffees. DC, appreciate you, dude. Salute. I had a chance to meet Trish Stratus yesterday. She is an amazing person. I asked about Raw tonight, and Trish said, stay tuned. I also got a pic and an autograph. I've been waiting 20 years for that. Haha. DC, man. Trish is a sweetheart, man. I saw her one time in passing. It wasn't an autograph session or anything. We were in passing at like one of those fan fest type things, and I was going to get food. She was getting food, and she was the absolute best. She dropped like a credit card. I forgot what it was. I picked it up for her. I didn't know it was Trish. Called her back, said, ma'am, I know. I called her ma'am. I don't know. I was respectful. And she turned around. She said, oh, my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would give you money if I had. And I'm like, no, what the fuck? For giving you a card? I don't need a reward. I saw you drop it. So she's like, oh, you're so good. Thank you. And I'm like, and I knew it was Trish, bro, at that point. You know, I was like, I was never one of those people to be like, can I get a picture? But she was a sweetheart, bro. I was like, no, you dropped the card, bro. So that was my one interaction with Trish. She was an absolute sweetheart, man. And, I'm glad you got to fucking see her. And yeah, she could be a big part of tonight, bro. She could be a big part. I didn't even think. Trish Stratus just showed up last week. You're in Boston, Massachusetts. It's a big night already with Logan Paul, John Cena, 3 mega matches, Johnny Gargano versus Finn Balor, Jimmy Uso versus Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa versus Kevin Owens. Could you imagine if Trish Stratus adds on to the fucking show? Good point there, DC Lanier, man. We'll be looking for Trish Stratus then, because DC Lanier may have a little bit of a scoop for the AMP unit. JR9, hate to put you back to work, brother, but Solo Sikoa is undefeated in singles matches, correct? I believe Solo is undefeated, and Cody Rhodes is also undefeated. I believe they're going one-on-one at Madison Square Garden next week. Who the fuck do you have win? They're both undefeated, and that includes house shows, I believe. JR9 right there says Solo is undefeated on the main roster. I believe Cody is as well on his way back, not Stardust or anything before 2006. But since he's come back, I believe Cody is absolutely undefeated solo. But he's about to beat, or he's about to go against Solo in Madison Square Garden, I believe, next week. What do you do with that, man? It's got to be a no contest. Yeah, JR9, I know. Theory and Rollins have been wrestling each other since it seems the beginning of time, bro. They're currently at 914 matches, I believe. Slight exaggeration. Yeah, James, it has to be a DQ or something. Because Solo's undefeated, Cody's undefeated. And that tells you Kevin Owens cannot win this match tonight. Solo Sikoa is undefeated. There's no way he loses this. Anyway, DC Lanier, now you got us looking for Trish Stratus tonight, bro. Muhammad, I saw Muhammad with another 5 spot too. Muhammad threw a coffee to the channel earlier. One of the first ones to throw a super chat up. Muhammad says, BC, I don't know about you, but I hated Daniel Bryan during the WrestleMania 37 time period because, well, you know. Muhammad, was that the triple threat with Edge and Roman? WrestleMania 37? Somebody confirm that before I get amplified on this subject. I don't want to get amplified if I got my dates wrong. Was WrestleMania 37 when there was the triple threat? JR9, thank you so much. So, let me go back to Muhammad's super chat. Muhammad says, BC, I don't know about you, but I hated Daniel Bryan during WrestleMania 37's time period because, well, you know why. I do know why. I can't fucking stand it. It is one of the biggest booking botches of wrestling history for Vince and Kennedy McMahon. There was zero reason to have Daniel Bryan, in the Edge Roman main event. None. Edge won the Rumble. Roman was the guy. It's a fucking dream match for a lot of us. Let him rock. We saw what happened afterwards. I think it was Money in the Bank months later when it was finally one-on-one. That match was better than the triple threat. And you know what the coolest part is? Daniel Bryan himself, Bryan Danielson, till this day, says, I don't know why I was in the match. It felt awkward the whole time. That's why I always loved Bryan Danielson. He doesn't fucking give you any bullshit. Even if he works for you, he's not going to bullshit you. He said that whole time felt awkward. He didn't know why he was in there. He didn't know why they had him being like the crybaby character, like, I want to be in the main event. You know, for him to say that, dude, how does Vince McMahon not see that it didn't make sense? Edge won the Rumble. 3 is a crowd. And when that night was all over, guys, when that fucking match was over, you're never going back and watching that triple threat ever again. You're not. Daniel Bryan to this day says he doesn't even remember the shit. I could not stand that. Could not stand that at all, man. That was one of those things where I'm like, stop. You got fucking you got my boy fucking JD over there fucking calling for it. I'm like, what are you doing, man? You're killing me over here. He's like, we gotta have Daniel Bryan. I'm like, no, stop. Everybody is calling for it, and I'm the only one in the community like, no. There's zero reason for it. Stop. They all got their way. And I was the only one that was right when it was all said and done. And I knew I was going to be. And then thankfully they ran it back, or for the first time. I think it was Money in the Bank months later. And that was the match. That was badass. 1-on-1, Edge Roman. We should have got it at Mania. We were all fucked. We were all fucked. And I have never forgiven JD since then. I'm playing. I'm kidding, man. That did upset me that Vince McMahon put him in there, though. Honestly. That should not have happened. Who was that? Muhammad. Yes, I can't stand that decision. I hate triple threats anyway when there's no use for them. And Vince just uses it as a scapegoat. He did it with Ronda and Becky. I was like, listen, I understand it's not Survivor Series because Nia Jax fucked that up. But I was like, let's do it anyway. Right? And no, Vince at the last second was like, here's Charlie Flair. It's gonna be a triple threat. And BC was like, I'm sorry, what? What do you mean it's a triple threat? Well, Becky and Ronda have unfinished, but why? What? Honestly, BC was befuddled. Why is Charlie in the match just because she's Charlotte Flair? She has no business in this match. And they made it a triple threat. Guys, when I say for no reason, you got to go back and watch it. JR9, am I right or am I right, man? Go back and watch how she was announced. Vince came out and said, Charlotte Flair's in the match. That was it, guys. There was no story behind it. Can't make it up. Correct or not, man? Am I just miscuing my facts? I believe that's what happened. I know Charlie and Ronda had their side thing when Becky was out. I get it. But that's not enough to put Charlie in the main event of Ronda and Becky. There was no reason. I remember the night, clear as day, guys, because it was so bad. Vince came out and goes, it's not just going to be one-on-one. It's going to be a triple threat. It's going to be my golden child, Charlotte. That's what happened. I'll never forget shit like that. The time that Daniel Bryan was put in the match, Charlotte. Vince McMahon just makes triple threats because it's easier for him. Anyway, Muhammad, can you tell that, yes, I totally, I am against that fucking triple threat from WrestleMania 37 to the highest of amplified of measures. You guys are getting some fucking golden BC right now, man. I'll tell you that much. I am fucking rocking right now. Anthony Boy, who put up a banger bomb earlier, 5-Spot Coffee. I've been here since day one. Please don't scare me about ending the channel. LOL. I'm going nowhere, Anthony. Trust me. I'm fucking. I love this shit, Anthony. No. We're not ending no fucking channel, man. As long as you guys smash those ups and help the algorithm, we ain't going nowhere. The tube would like us to hit the road. The tube only likes the celebrity channel. They're bringing in the NFL. They like the channels with 400,000 or 500,000 subscribers. I get it. We're a small little ECW channel. They don't want all the advertisements on our channel. They don't want us to grow. They don't put us in the algorithms. They don't put us in recommendations for the most part. But you guys keep saying, fuck you. As long as you smash the up, you guys comment like you do, we're going to be in the algorithms whether they like it or not. So this channel's not going anywhere, bro. I'll tell you that much. Anthony, much love and respect, man. Appreciate all the coffees, dude. And your gold membership is top notch. Much appreciated. Big Nang with a 5 spots says, just notice present BC is a 4050 level status because back in 2017, BC was soft-spoken as fuck. No offense. Amp unit since day one-ish. Well, you're starting a channel, Big Nang. You can't just start screaming at people when you start a channel, bro. I think everybody's soft-spoken when you start a channel. I mean, it's YouTube. And my first videos, I can't just be like, what's up, everybody? Let's get amplified. I'm sure people are not going to be like, I got to sub to this lunatic. Sub. Everything's by design, Big Nang. It's called entertainment. But I do appreciate you, Big Nang. But don't forget, it's all entertainment. You got to kind of slow your roll into things. You know what I mean? Adjust into things. You can't just start flying off the deep end. If we all put ourselves into our first day of work anywhere, or our first fucking day on location of something, first day of a new project, first day of a new adventure, it's probably going to be much different than 7 years later, 6 years later. But yeah, you got to you got to do a little introductory year, and I still got in a bunch of trouble that first couple of years too, man. I was, WWE didn't like some things that I was showing. I was like, what the fuck, man? What's so bad about it? I'm showing a couple of fucking clips, but I'm doing it in new, it's fair use. So I thought. Big Nang. Colin, 199, Impact versus TK. Who is better? Impact. Well, chat, who do you like better? Tony Khan or Impact Wrestling? AEW or Impact? I'll go to you guys. I don't know, Big Nang. That might just scare people away. To this day, I scare fucking people away. Neither. NXT. I love it, Jared. Impact. I see a lot of impacts. I thought it would just be an AEW wash. Seeing a lot of impact, man. So Colin, there you go, brother. I don't review either, so I have to be impartial and just give it to my unit, Colin. But Colin, I appreciate you, dude. Much love and respect. Dave Mealy with a 199 says, gotta throw another coffee for a fellow Italiano. Dave, salute. Double salute for my Italianos, man. Because nobody else understands what it means to have a nonni. We pronounce it a little differently depending on where you are in Italy, where your ancestors were. You can say nonna. We say nonni in my area. I don't know if there's other Italians. I don't know how you pronounce your grandmother. But where my ancestors were from, we say nonni. Nonni. Like nonni. Nonni. I don't know. This has become a pronunciation class. Dave, appreciate it, dude. Ryan Mutina. Ryan with a 499 says, BC, much love, brother. Out here making traffic stops and listening to you makes the day go quick. Enjoy the coffee and stay amped. Ryan's doing fucking traffic stops. Ryan's got a fucking badge. Ryan's the law. Ryan's the shit. Hey, Ryan, if you ever see Vince McMahon riding by, do me a favor. Pull him over. Just fuck with him a little bit. Don't actually give him a ticket, but fuck with him. Make him sweat a little bit. Ryan, hard at work, man. I'm glad I can make your day go a little bit easier, dude. I'm glad I can entertain you. And I appreciate all the love and respect and the coffee that you just threw the channel, dude. So, Ryan, much love and respect, man. Keep making those stops, man. Make them sweat. Kick ass. Man, you guys are fucking top notch tonight, dude. I'm hoping I'm not missing anybody. Hold on. I know there's a couple more. I just got to locate them. Anthony Boley. Anthony, man, talk about VIP status, bro. That's like 2 days of coffee by now, man. Anthony with a 5 spot says, BC, have you heard the stories about Rikishi coming back to do a stint in the Bloodline story to straighten out the Usos? I have heard nothing of that, Anthony, yet. I've been very busy as of late, though, catching up on Revolution, catching up on the latest news. I got the fucking text a couple of hours before I went live that Vince was going to be in Boston tonight. Shouldn't be showing up on the show. I don't believe so. He always could. And I'm told he's not going to have anything to do with creative, supposedly. But he is going to be schmoozing with all the business partners of WWE that are around Boston. And Vince McMahon is going to be talking to all of the talent under one roof. From the John Cenas to the Logan Pauls to the Trish Stratuses to the Codys and Sami Zayns. They're all there in Boston. So Vince McMahon, who's only a couple of hours away from Stamford, Connecticut, he chose that to show up. But I don't think he's going to be on the show. But I've been wrapped up in all that talk, so I have not heard anything about Rikishi. I'm down with that. That makes so much sense. I want Tamina in this shit instead of Tamina just showing up every 3 months to roll somebody up, fruit roll up in 2 minutes, and then we all have to act like Tamina's a badass for a few weeks, and then she goes away for 3 months. Put her into something with the Bloodline, maybe. Bring back Naomi. Put her in the Bloodline somehow. There's so much more story you could tell. So, I'm absolutely... Iman, you did not, bro. Iman told, who was it? That was, Iman told Ryan to pull over Jeff Hardy. Iman! Iman's over here throwing fucking grenades into traffic. Damn, brother. Too funny. That was great. But Anthony, no, I am down with that, bro. That's why I say The Rock versus Roman has to happen. It's sitting in their lap and it's too beautiful not to. Eddie's up in this bitch. What up, Eddie? I haven't seen Eddie in a little bit. Eddie Brash with a 5-spot coffee says, clangers after clangers after clangers after clangers after clangers after clangers. Oh, man, we're going to have to put clangers on a t-shirt, aren't we? Is that what we're going to have to fucking do now? Clangers are going to be on a fucking t-shirt, man. Guys, I think I got fucking everybody. I don't know how, but from Eddie Brash, Dave Mealy, Colin, Ryan Martina, Big Nang, Anthony Bowley, banger status, and that's the one banger that we will say on the channel. Banger bombs. Anthony Bowley, Muhammad, DC Lanier, JL, Emmanuel Karaspati, Jamal Straken, Maximus Sage, Dante Jaron 23, Derek Fleming Jr., Jane Donnelly kicked us off on the Supers. Damn, man. You guys were fucking awesome. No, JR9, thank you. James Shrimp Fajitas, thank you. Richard Rodriguez, I appreciate that, dude. That's because you guys made it so much fun, too. By the way, we went over 250 while I was doing those Super Chats. So now we're on our way to 300 before we get to the thousands that'll come in later. The algorithm crowd, I call it. Because the tube doesn't promote this when we're live, unfortunately. Once we're done, then it hits the algorithm. It's ass backwards. So in other words, most of the people catch us when we're not even live. I can't stand that. But you guys made it so much fucking, so much worth it that we're going to get a lot of people post live that are going to check this out, man. DJ is a prodigy was up in here as well. Guys, I appreciate you so much, man. I'm going to let you off the hook. You still got about 40, 50, 45, something like that minutes before Raw, so you can do whatever you got to do. I appreciate you guys big time. And you can take off now. What I'm going to do, because I'm just in the mood and this was just an awesome fucking live stream, I'm going to do what I call a roll call. This is going to take about 5 more minutes, so feel free to get the fuck out. But to my channel members, man, I call them my gold card status. That's everybody that you see with a green name and a gold card. I like to give you guys a straight out shout out. I call it a roll call like my New York Yankees do. If you ever go to a New York Yankee game at Yankee Stadium, if you're in the bleacher creatures, we give every player a shout out. And we clap until you acknowledge it. Derek Jeter! Derek Jeter! And while he's playing, he's got to tip his cap or we will not shut the fuck up. We'll keep chanting your name. Don't worry, guys. I know some of you guys might not be here live right now, but so I'm not going to wait till you tip your cap, but just know that I am giving a shout out to every one of you guys for my channel members. Now, stick with me. This is going to take about 5 minutes because there's over 100 members, guys. There's over 100 gold cards. Believe it or not, you guys run deep. The gold unit is a fucking huge subdivision of my red team. And it starts with the very first member ever, JR9 Gaming, who's the right-hand man of the channel. Whenever I got a quick question, I need something, man, JR9's always there with the facts to drop for BC. It's only fitting that he would have been the very first ever Gold Team member. That's just how it ended up. So JR9 Gaming, man, much love and respect. Salute. I hope you guys don't mind. This is going to take me literally 5 minutes. If you guys ever been around for a roll call, this takes me a minute. So let me pour a little bit more of an adult beverage. What can I say? This takes me a while. A lot of you guys, man, my gold team fucking hooked up. JR9 Gaming. Sir Charles in this bitch. Sir Charles knows. Whenever Sir Charles leaves his first comments, it's amp unit in this bitch. So I always like to retaliate with Sir Charles in this bitch. Sir Charles, Jacqueline Robinson, a tried and true Carlos Ray. Carlos Ray. Hopefully the dogs are kicking ass, bro. I'm actually getting another one soon, man. I'll have updates on that soon, man. Another beast to go with my German Shepherd, bro. So you have an amplified man, a German Shepherd, and another beast on the way, man. We are going to be fucking like... we're going to be a fucking group of fucking just crazy motherfuckers, bro. Crazy beasts every time we leave to get a coffee. Carlos Ray, Ash Sims, Godswilla, and Jack Brewer. That was the first batch ever of Gold Card members, believe it or not. That was the first, who was that, 7? Yeah, that was the first 7, man. JR9 Gaming, Carlos, Sir Charles, Jacqueline, Ash, Godswill, and Jack. That was the first one, man. And they set the tone for what was to come, which is as follows. You ready for this, unit? You ready for this? Sadiqua Flowers. Anthony Boley. That's right. All the fucking, the banger bomb tonight, all the coffees, and gold card status. Anthony Boley, VIP up in this bitch tonight. Ray Foreman. Kim T. Who I know, Kim T. Haven't seen you up in the chat recently, but I know you're a gold member as of a couple weeks ago. I know you're heavy on Naomi. I'm waiting for her to come back, bro. Dante Jaron 23 sent the fucking super earlier today as well. Dante, salute. A. Merrick, one of my longtime tried and trues, with James Miller. Eric Leno, happy birthday, Eric. It's Eric Leno's birthday today, gold card. D. Carre, Cy Parker, and C.J. White. Salute, gold status. PB Silly Pride, Deontay Thomas, Sam Byers, Ash Steggles, DJ is a Prodigy, Alicia Vukovic, and Batty Banks. Salute. I'm nowhere near done, unit. Stick with me on this. Trina Scott, gold status. Patrick Charles, Pimp Jesus, Richie P, Janelle Layton, who was always thanking BC on every video, man. You'll see in the comments, like, Janelle will be like, thank you, BC, much love. Janelle, if you catch this, much love right back to you. Raymond Karan, Nessie Sunflower, Discovery Metal Legion, Santivia Major, Jared Kelly, James Shrimp Fajitas. James, you know what I'm going to tell you right now, right, brother? James, are you up in the chat real quick? What am I going to tell you, James? What do you always tell me in the comment, bro? Come on, James. I'm on a delay, but you know what I'm going to tell you, bro. I'm on a delay, but James knows what I'm about to say. James, keep rocking, brother. Keep on rocking. James knows what I'm talking about. G, a.k.a. True Life the God. WWE AE. Yeah, there you go, James. WWE AE. I love seeing that, brother. I really do. WWE AEW Marvel fan. K. Doherty. Christopher Blackshare. Network Guy Dave. Eric Decker. Jay. Dwayne Piazza. Quentin Gilbert. Salute. Pile Driver Finisher, who I know was up in the chat heavy today. Pile Driver, salute. Savage 1020. Pile Driver is giving the ones up in the chat. Fuck yeah. Savage 1024, The Punisher. Brand Q featuring Quincy Gray. Rachel Rocca. Mr. Big 200. Titan Poetic Chef. Peter Caragaro. Reese Money. Reese, salute. Haven't seen you up in here in a minute, too. Hopefully you guys are catching this when we're not. Man, so many gold members are not able to catch live because the tube doesn't promote it when we're live. It sucks. And then all my gold members have to catch it afterwards. Sucks. Reese Money, Peter, everybody, hopefully you catch this afterwards. Smokey. Eric Newton. Jamal Straken. Derek Davis. Venus Soldier 92. Robert Hurt. Snake Venom. Silver Black 31. Oh, we the ones up in the chat, man. I'm loving that. Snake Venom and Silver Black 31. I got to take a timeout. That looks sexy as fuck up in my chat, man. All those ones. That's pretty cool on my screen. I don't know how that looks on yours, but damn, that looked pretty cool. We are the fucking ones. Where'd I leave off? Silver Black. Jimmy Fingers 19, man. Jimmy Fingers 19. One of the best. Sterling Range. Ozzy Edwards. Soldierman 1984. Clutch City Fan. Taryn Dawn. Jane Donnelly, who started us off on the Supers tonight, bro. Jane Donnelly, salute. Buggy. Unique Butterfly. Hopefully school is going good. Unique Butterfly. Willard Bayless. Ray Hunt. Kevin Johnston Sabres News Consolidated. Say that 10 times fast. The Up Channel. Colin. TR Man. Blitz 2K5. Dave Mealy. Dave, salute. Easy Does It. A Flock of Morons. Angel Alega. Renee G, who's got a little over 3 weeks left before she can come back on the channel. The tube kicked her off. One of my tried and trues. It's going to be a huge return, guys, when Renee G returns to the AMP unit. Renee G, salute. Big Nang. Big Nang, I got to give you a massive salute, brother. Always one of the best on the channels. Hot Topics. Jason Martinez. Richard Rodriguez. Winbrook 11. Ron C 23, Rocket to the Stratosphere. You know Ron C 23. Mardo May. Lee Laws. Dino. DC Lanier. Brian Robinson. Jay Kahn. Go Jackets. The wisdom of Charlie Grin. Gold status. Looks great, brother. That gold card has been activated. Wisdom. AWS Promotions. TJ Baines. Bro, BC got to take a swig, man. There's a lot of my gold unit. Salute. TJ Baines. TJ Baines dropped mega banger bombs in the past, by the way. TJ Baines, man. I know you're working like a lot of shifts. I'm hoping you're able to catch these even when they're not live, dude. Kevin MD. Salute. Ty Drew. Richard Wade. JP Damoka. Thurston Pachalek. K-I-C-A-K. Redhead Kingpin. Carlton Bartley. And John Gray. Damn, guys. That was Gold Team personified, man. I think I got everybody, too, somehow. Unit, I think I got everybody somehow. And you know what? While I was doing that, there was a couple of supers that came in. So let me go back to my super. You guys are fucking on fire just like BC tonight, man. Are we ready for fucking Raw or what, man? I'm hoping they give us a good show because we're fucking amplified. Don't fuck it up, 3H's. Or Vinnie Mac. He is backstage, we're hearing. See, man. Hold on, unit. Oh, we got Big Nang, man, with a 2-spot. Would you do a roll call Excalibur style rap on it? Big Nang, fuck no, dude. Excalibur gives me a headache, dude. When Excalibur is trying to name out every match for next week's Dynamite, while simultaneously telling you every match for Rampage, while simultaneously telling you where every live event is for the next month, while simultaneously telling you the 4 matches that are currently for the next pay-per-view, while simultaneously telling you every fucking wrestler from ROH, and he does it all within 30 seconds. I get a headache. Excalibur gives me a fucking headache. Take a fucking breath. I can't comprehend anything this guy is telling me. And I like Excalibur. I get it, man. And I understand he can speak really fast, and that's so funny. And it's nice, because you can fit a lot of information in 30 seconds. But it's too much. Way too much. Anyway, Big Nang. That's a definite no, bro. DB for life. 5-spot coffee. Hit the like button with the belt. Macho Man voice. Those eyes, they're lust for Elizabeth. If you know, you know. Red team, go. Red team. Even if you're not gold card, man. The roll call was for my gold card. Everybody on my red team, you don't have to fucking be a channel member to get love and respect from BC. Just smashing that up, being here and showing support, that makes you red team. And you are the best. And DB for life, appreciate the coffee, dude. And you, can I do it again? I love doing the Macho Man voice. DB for life says, in the Macho Man voice, those eyes, they're lust for Elizabeth. Yeah, you ain't gonna fool the Macho Man, no. You see, Bobby the Brain Heenan can tell me one thing, Mr. Perfect tell me another thing, but I know the truth. Ric Flair, when we meet at WrestleMania, you gotta know you're not just taking on the wrestler, you're taking on Randy Savage, the man, yeah. And the man is something you don't want to take on, yeah, because the cream rises to the top, and you're gonna find out at WrestleMania that the Macho Man is somebody you're never gonna want to see again, yeah. You lust for Miss Elizabeth? You lust for Miss Elizabeth? My girl, you're gonna pay the price. Anyway, that was a promo that Randy Savage cut on Ric Flair WrestleMania 8. And there was an angle where Ric Flair was schmoozing with Miss Elizabeth, and Randy Savage got really pissed off. So that was a little bit of fun with our Randy Savage. Thanks to DB for life. bringing that back old school. There was a few promos that he cut with that. Wisdom. Thank you, brother. Hey, you guys are the best. BC's going to let you guys go now, all right? You still got a half an hour before Raw. Thank you for a wonderful 2.5 hours plus, guys. This went by like that. It was supposed to be 1 hour. We're going toward 3 hours. What can I say? You guys made it fun. BC was amplified. And this is just what we do on the channel. This is what we do. We're a little ECW channel, but we are the best in this fucking community. I assure you of that. War Dog up in the house. Thank you, brother. Jared9, thank you, man, as always. Everybody, thank you, guys. I'm not gonna do another roll call. Could you imagine if I just go and everybody in the chat? A little more than 7 hours later. Thank you, guys, man. Much love and respect. BC, top guy. I'm out. I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Monday Night Raw's review. Maybe live. Could just be regular video. I might have to cut this at like 6 in the morning. So it might just be a straight-up podcast video. But you guys will get the full Raw review. Hopefully it's a good show tonight. It is packed. Sold out in Boston, Massachusetts. Logan Paul, John Cena, Trish Stratus, Cozy Rhodes? Who's he cozying up to? That's his brother, Cozy Rhodes, taking on Ezekiel and Elias. Cozy and Cody. Cody Rhodes. They're live. BC's got to go, man. We're going off the rails, guys. BC's got to go. I got to go. I'm starting to call Cody Cozy Rhodes. Hey, BC, I'm out. Check you. I have no idea. Solo unit. Thank you.